Okay, better. Like I said, Terrence on the phone. What is going on, everybody? I was muted there. Hit the wrong button. Starting off shaky already. But if there's one consistent, if there's one thing that you know is gonna be the case, is that damn bald head bastard gonna be late.
Why?
Every single time. Every single time. But what's going on with y'all, man? What's going on with you, bro?
Not much, man. Not much. Living a good life. Sipping on this turpentine.
I'm trying some. I haven't tried one of these. I don't know if y'all
Is that a Crown one?
That's the Crown Peach. Like, I don't know if it's like a soda. I don't know what it is.
That's actually probably the only one that's good.
So I'm about it. I saw the Apple one too. I was gonna get that one.
It's all right,
but I went ahead and
the peach one is the Crown and Coke one. Tastes like flat Coke.
For real,
it tastes like a weak flat Coke. Like, it's just terrible.
So I'm gonna try this one. Okay, that ain't half bad.
Yeah,
it actually tastes Kind of like the stuff straight, kind of. It's a little not as strong, but okay. You can do that. What was going on, man? What y'all got? I see Arnie said having a Shirley Temple.
Shirley Tim.
DF saying Jerg ain't late. He shook. And a lot of y'all saying it's so hot, y'all out here drinking water. I don't blame y'all. I'm so, bro. You know the weather in Kentucky is like phenomenal.
Really?
Bro, it's like been 80 degrees every day.
It's beautiful, huh?
Like I'm like, I do not want to go back home to 100 degrees, 110 degrees every damn day.
Is what 8 o'clock right now? Is 96?
It's probably like 96. Yeah, I already know. Ridiculous. Marcus said he got Jim Beam on deck.
I had to retire Jim Beam. I had a crazy night in New Orleans with that.
Y'all go ahead and but y'all know what to do, man. Hit the like button and share the video. 26 people. So y'all know we usually have more than that. Share the video, let people know we live. And yeah. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer and then we're gonna hit the roll call and then get into whatever it is you know how we do. Random topics, finna get it in like we always do.
Indeed.
And maybe Jerg won't show up an hour late.
That's a maybe. But he said for certain he will be here at a certain time. He's locked into that time, he said.
Well, he also said, "Oh, I ain't gonna be late at all. On time and everything," is what he said. He also said that, and yeah. Here we are. Yeah, man, 2 weeks away.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I've been watching some preseason football.
I haven't watched one preseason game. How you Panther? You watch any Panthers games? How you Panthers?
I have not, unfortunately, man. I haven't looked at a preseason schedule to stay on top of it. And so,
like, is anybody playing tonight? I know there was like a bunch of games.
I think the Broncos and the Cowboys play tonight.
There was like a bunch of games on last night. Tyler say, "I'm always late." But it's my show, so whenever I come on is when I come on. That means I'm not late because that's when it was supposed to start.
So, you got a point.
That's the difference. Whenever I start is when it was supposed to start. But
Baker looked decent.
Baker looked decent today. Did he?
Okay.
It's preseason, but hey.
I mean, not Jamal. Malik Willis looked like Mike Vick too. I mean,
Kenny Pickett looks good with Pitt. Man, that's how you know it's football season. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, some of these guys y'all not finna see during the season. Now you obviously gonna see Baker most likely.
You'll see Pickett at some point.
What they got? They got Mitch, Trubisky. Right? Yeah, you'll probably see Pickett at some point.
You know what I'm disappointed is that George Pickens has those guys thrown to him.
No, Pickens got everybody excited. So right now you got the Steelers and the Seahawks on. You got Dolphins and the Bucks on. You got the Saints and the Texans. I didn't even know Jameis. Did Jameis get any snaps in the first half? He did not. Andy Dalton has taken all the snaps. And Ian Book has some snaps too. So Jameis ain't playing obviously in the first game. Okay.
It's because he's hurt.
That means I don't care about that game.
I think it's because he's still hurt.
I think he hurt his ankle. I don't think it's like that serious. But yeah, it don't make sense to play him. And then you got the Broncos and the Cowboys just started. So, all right, let's do a quick roll call, and then let's get started. How many times, guys, been an hour, bro? I'm trying to tell you. Joel Hayward in the building. Sweep low. Peter Shields, member of 860 Tribe, D. Thompson, Priscilla Chestnut, Champs 99, Panama Check, Boxing Monster, Arnie. I'm not even gonna try to say that last one. Robert Laster, Central Texas Kane, 904 Davis, Tyler Hedden, member of 860 Tribe, Brandon B, Chris Robinson, Marcus Lewis, New King, Mayan King, FSU Rose, remember 863 Tribe. And I think Anthony Cheer, what's going on? And that's everybody so far. Tyler says Falcons fans really believe Ryder is the guy. There's a lot of lies being told. The same way in college, a lot of NFL lies.
He was my second QB though.
That's the boy at Cincinnati, right?
Yeah. He was my QB too. I had Willis, then him, and then Al. I think it was something like that. Can't recall off the top of my head.
Jaguar fans expecting a lot out of ETN too. Yeah, exactly.
That's the poor guy. I remember there was somebody was trying to argue that he was better than Dalvin.
Ronald Smith. Oh no, you talk to Clemson fans. Your boy is the best back in the history of the ACC.
Who?
ETN. What's up, Adam? Adam in the building. But look, I understand the production, but you can look at the two players and they're not even close
at all.
But they just go to numbers and say this and that. But number 3, actually, he's ranked the number 3 JUCO in the nation.
Number 1 DN in JUCO.
Number 1 JUCO DN in the country. So that was good.
He looks the part.
He does look the part. Like you said, he looks the part. And if he has a good JUCO season, that he, might get a 4-star. Adam said ETN is horrible. I don't want to say the man is horrible, Adam, but definitely definitely not a true running back, I'll say. I feel like he's more of a gadget player at the NFL level, but we'll see what he does. He has no weight yet for the NFL. ETN stayed all 4 years. Imagine if Alvin had stayed an extra year. That's facts. What is this dude? Tell him to stop texting in the chat and get his ass in here.
Posting pictures and stuff.
He can post pictures, but he can't get. But what you got for us tonight? Start us off, and then we'll wait for Buddy to come on in here.
I think. Start off. I guess Rose, it's your birthday in a few hours. Okay.
Oh, it's Rose.
Yeah, in a few hours.
Okay, happy my birthday, bad, Rose. I didn't even see that, man. I see you got Ron Dugan's at your picture. Shout out to Rose. Man. I'm gonna take a big gulp for you for your birthday.
Ooh.
All right, what you gonna be, Rose? 56. What you gonna be?
It's some of y'all. It's some old heads in here too, boy.
We do got some. Like I know. Let me scroll up. Like Champ 99, he got to be old. He got to. He got the old logo, which I appreciate.
Hey, that's the real
99.
Logo.
Yes, it is the real logo. And he's talking about the 99 chip of all chips. So Champ's logo got to be old.
That was a great year.
It was a great year.
Made my childhood everything it was supposed
wire
to be.
Wire to wire. How do I feel about Singleton? The running back? 39. Oh, man, Rose, you older than me. Okay.
Old head, boy.
Yeah, so we got some old folks in the building. Shout out to the old head. Shout out to the 80s babies.
Hey.
Hold on,
Singleton.
Tyler. I'm gonna go to. I'm just pulling up some these rankings. I want to take a look at Singleton.
I think I said how I felt about it last.
I mean, I'm just glad we got him.
I don't think we've gotten a back that was a speed back that was also highly ranked. I think y'all mentioned Corey Wren before.
He wasn't high ranked though.
But it's good to have somebody that's gonna bring the burners back there, you know.
I don't even believe that.
50.
He don't comment like a 50-year-old. Shout out to you, Lion King. But yeah, man, I like Singleton. Y'all know, I'm glad we got a real skill position player. Now let's keep it up, because if y'all don't know, if y'all paying attention, boy, your rivals are recruiting. Florida landed 2 big-time defensive line targets today.
And you said they asking about Gadsden.
Did you see Gatson?
I don't have much on him, to be honest.
Oh, well, when you get a chance, check him out. Big body kid, 6'4", 280.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
I think he's a kid with some potential.
Can't be mad at it.
Yeah. RD says, let Dalvin ETN trade spots. Let's see how those numbers look behind it. Yeah, people also don't bring that up.
Dalvin created
the crazy talent that ETN played with on that team.
Dalvin was just Dalvin was the best back in the ACC history.
Marcus say Singleton remind him of Mario Pender. Interesting.
You know what?
Interesting.
Pender just never did it.
He couldn't stay out of trouble, or he couldn't stay.
He was always like right there, though, right. Man.
He couldn't get out of his own way.
And when he got on the field, you'll see it sometimes. And then
that's what I said. I said Pender had all the talent in the world. He just couldn't stay out of his own way.
And he was playing behind some guys though, like at one point.
Who Florida's supposed to be getting tomorrow? Hope not another D lineman, because Jesus.
They don't need any more.
What did you think about Parson commit to MSU?
Oh, what?
Yeah, he
missed that.
Yesterday he committed. I don't care.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, that's going to his dad's alma mater, so.
What's he gonna do there? That's what matters, I guess.
He better hope Mike Leach even play him. Good luck. That's all I can say is good luck to you.
End up like Malik Henry.
I don't think he's a problem child like Malik Henry.
Nah.
But
his dad made some calls though. It was like, oh, he ready to come back to Papa school. Here's something worth talking about.
What? Go ahead.
It's really a question for you, and I think everybody, because it's been a lot's been said by Michael Pittman and Johnny Wilson about Jordan Travis.
Oh, don't even you finna bring up the bullshit.
Let's just I mean, people want to hear about it.
What's he supposed to say?
He's significantly better than, well, the way that they're saying it though, man, it sounds like he's significantly improved. I know they're supposed to say it.
He played with your boy last year, so and he was guard. Anthony Brown was his name out there in Oregon, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't call that kid garbage.
Oh, come on.
I mean, he was no Jeff Simmons, but I'm joking. But no, I wouldn't.
I have no issue with what he said. I just wish he didn't say Justin Herbert. like you like that. Then now you've taken it to.
He said that. I was like, oh, word.
Yeah, it's like I have no problem with you. Be like, man, Travis is the real deal. I'm so happy to be here. Da 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 da.
He didn't say he was better than Herbert.
He said what he said he was on his level or something like that.
He said he hadn't played any. What was it?
I don't remember the exact
I think he kind of told the line. He didn't say he was better.
So. No, he didn't say he was better, but he pretty much compared him. So, I mean, no, I'm not gonna make a bunch out of it. Again, what's he supposed to say? He said the right things. When you drop that name, it's like, oh God, here we go. They finna start telling big time lies.
I didn't think Justin Herbert was all that in college.
I don't think he was. He always had the. I don't know. I could always kind of see the NFL talent in him, though. So,
look, when Jordan Travis, I hear him.
What's going on, Sammy?
when Jordan Travis wins his Heisman Trophy, I don't hear shit. Right, Tyler? I think
So I'm gonna ask you this question because you probably didn't check me out on Wednesday. And I asked everybody this question, and we had some interesting answers. How many yards do you expect for Travis to pass for this year?
I'll be fine with 3,300. 3,300.
Do you think he's gonna have 3,300 passing? You think he's gonna have 30? I think he might have 3,300 yards total. Y'all got big expectations. I'm
going with 9 wins though this year though.
He don't have to pass for 3,000 yards to get 9 wins though. Now he total 3,000 plus yards, absolutely.
So I got a range. All he needs to do for I got 2,700 to 3,300. That's where I would like to see it end up in that range.
All he has to do for me is pass for between Tyler's 2,500 to 2,800, and then run for another 400 to 600.
He should be running for more than 400 to 600.
Now you don't want to run him too much, and if Benson is who they say he is
Benson our back? Is Benson who we for the hang our hat on at this point?
I think Benson's going to be the starter. I think Trayshawn Ward's going to be your change of pace back.
I thought Ward was going to get.
I think Benson's going to get the starter.
But
I mean, what depth chart should be coming out probably not this week, but next week. All 12, 3,200. Y'all got big expectations, boy. I mean,
3,800 yards total. Let's go.
3,800 yards total?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you saying Heisman? So the legit Heisman candidate then?
That is, isn't it?
Legit Heisman candidate. How many touchdowns?
Yeah,
how many touchdowns he gonna pass for?
I'm tripping. I see somewhere around 20 passing touchdowns and
I think he's more than he had 15 last year. I think he can get 25 plus TDs.
How many rushing touchdowns did he have last year?
Good question. I don't know off the top of my head.
Because I can see him 10 easy rushing touchdowns.
That's what I think. I think about 10 easy rushing touchdowns. So he can have close to 40 total TDs. You see when you start.
All right. So let me. Well, you got to think about this. When we look at last year's games and how we played and what happened and the touchdowns left on the field, for one, the touchdowns left on the field and how we lost the games we lost. We weren't getting blown out all last year.
No.
I think we had one game where it was just like, yeah, we just screwed the pooch on it. But, we were in all those games. A couple plays here, a couple plays there.
So last year he ran for 7 touchdowns and 530 yards.
Okay.
That's not as your full-time starter.
So somebody already said it then. 3,200 is the number. 3,200 is the number that he should be. 3,200 to 3,500 yards total. So Marcus Lewis.
I can do that. If you say total yards, I'm with you. If you say he's just gonna have 32 passing, I'm like, wow, okay.
That would be Heisman.
That's a hell of a jump.
But if we get into the 4,000 range, yeah, we can say something about a Heisman. Because that means we winning some games and we blowing some people out too. And now, does that happen? No. Don't think so. He said 15 and 1,700 passing on with that 30 total TD.
That doesn't make sense.
How?
So
he's going to regret.
Just his yards and TD total don't make. So he's going to pass for a bunch of touchdowns. Again, he threw for 15 last year.
Is he running for 15 of those touchdowns?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Sammy, that I don't know. My thing is, I did the numbers once before.
I need
12 games. And this is why I feel like I'm actually setting the bar kind of low. All I need for him to do is pass for like 225 yards a game. That gives you 2,700 yards. If he can pass for 225 yards a game, I don't think you're asking too much. I think if you go back to last year, I'm trying to get the game by game breakdown here. So hold on. Hold on. Can I click on that? For some reason, I can't find that. Boom, boom. Okay, here we are. I mean, his last. How accurate is this? Because I'm looking. I only think this only shows the last few games. But his last 3 games is he cracked 274, 251, and then 202.
Passing?
He only threw 10 passes against UMass. Here we go. See y'all.
Did he play?
All right. So he played. So he plays pretty much the whole game against Notre Dame. Goes 9 for 19 and 130 yards.
What?
Does obviously against Jacksonville State, the man only has 3 attempts. Wake Forest, he doesn't start. He only has 6 attempts.
Mind you, he would have ran all over Jackson State.
Doesn't play against NC State, right? Syracuse, only 131 yards on 32 passes. UNC, only 145 yards on 13 passes. The man didn't break 200 yards until the last 3 games. Now, that's why I'm like, just give me 225 yards a game.
So, how many total passing yards he had last year?
Total passing yards, he had 1,539. So he went 1,539 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. About a 63%.
Let's say he throws it 300 times.
So basically, you're looking at a guy who played half a season.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
In terms of like his attempts was only 194 attempts. So you're looking at a guy who played half a season. So if I just double all those numbers, but then again, he did play some full games in there where, so I don't know. I don't 3,000 yard passing season would be remarkable. I just don't see it.
It'd be nice. I think the rushing yards that he get. Oh, I forgot sacks count in
yeah, they
college.
do.
Yeah, I was like, that's a little odd. Only 7
he ran again. He ran for 530 though, and 7 touchdowns. I think that's definitely doable again.
Yeah. So 35 touchdowns would be nice. I think that's what we should be looking at. That gets us 9 wins, I think. 35 total touchdowns. We all in agreement is that we go as far as he takes us. Hey, Rose, let's put a bottle on that. We can put a bottle on that.
Man, y'all. I hope he does, you know.
Hey, that'll shut me to. Hey, I'll be like Johnny Wilson wasn't lying. Michael Pittman wasn't lying. That boy was truth. I know it's just UMass or whatever it was, Duquesne. Ain't Duquesne in like in Massachusetts or something?
I don't know where Duquesne's at. Don't get me to lie to you. He said TVD going for 4. Y'all, TVD might not even throw the ball as much. His attempts is going to go down, I believe. So I wouldn't expect 40, but who knows?
What is he? I mean, I think 3,000. Tyler said something actually. I think 3,000. He want to play a quarterback at the next level. He'd have to have that type of season. My thing is Ryan Tannehill wasn't enough. Got drafted like off of 1 year.
Yeah, but you know how that goes. Like when he gets to that combine, they're gonna be measuring his hands, and they're gonna. Gonna be a lot of things.
He's like 5'10" or 5'11.
I think Jordan probably a legit 6'8", or so, like 6 foot, 6'1".
I got him at 6 at the most. But, I could be wrong.
So, he'll have, let's say he does pass for 3,000 some odd yards. He's still gonna be poked and dissected when it comes combine time. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
You end up like your boy Jerg.
Well, everybody knew Jerg was really like 4'2".
Don't do the man like that.
I mean, seriously.
I thought y'all short dudes had to stick together, man.
I'm not even that. I'm not that short.
Oh man. Well, things everybody's short to me. So.
Yeah, he'll run a good 40.
Yeah, he gonna drop a 4.4.
Somewhere in that area, I think probably about 4.5-ish.
That'll get some looks. All right, this guy TVD, Mr. Van Dyke. I really have to see something this year to make me believe.
Last year he kind of came out of nowhere. This year he's gonna be starting from the jump. Everybody got the tape. New offensive coordinator.
That tape.
No more Rambo. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That film tell you what to do. Speaking of running and quarterbacks, I've told you I want to kind of discuss this. And I wanted to ask you how you felt because we haven't even discussed this yet. Mike Vrabel pulled Malik Willis because he said he wasn't throwing the ball. Now, I was watching the game. I think some of us were. I don't even know if everybody saw the turnstile left tackle that they had out there that was just getting ate up on a consistent basis. But literally, he was having to like spin and roll every single time. What do you like? Do you really want your rookie quarterback to stand in and take the hits? Like in preseason? Like, why are you putting your rookie through that? Like, because that's the only thing he can stand in the pocket, take the hits, and throw downfield. But why do you want your rookie to do that? In your opinion, am I wrong for thinking he was bugging out? Like
Tannehill's still in Tennessee, right?
Tannehill's still there.
Maybe his thought processes Malik's not going to play year one anyway, so get out there and let it hang out.
He was taking off when he had to. Like,
I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
like, I just watched that game and I was like, what you want him to do? You want him to stand there and just take that hit? Because literally, dude, the left tackle was getting ate up.
I didn't watch the game, so I'm not really sure.
Somebody in the comments saw that.
Was he mad that Malik was running too much or something?
Yeah.
Then they shouldn't have drafted him. Like, what did you
like? You knew who he was when you drafted him.
Like, you shouldn't have drafted him then.
Like, everybody knew who he was. Like, you knew he was going to take off. Like, what were you thinking, man? And then what killed me, right, is the very next play he puts Woodside in. Woodside comes in, takes the snap. Within a second and a half is taking off. No, he's taking off too. He running too. He got to run. He got to run. He ran for 5 yards. The play that he took Malik out, Malik ran for like 25 yards out that play, and then he benched him. It's like, well, damn. Like, I guess that's you basically said what you want. He sounded like basically it's seeming like Vrabel might have been the coach that said Lamar Jackson, I don't care how many MVPs he wins, like he'll never be a QB1 to me. Like it's seeming like he got that, guys. It's crazy.
I thought the NFL was kind of past that when it came to these quarterbacks.
Nah, Playboy.
But apparently not, huh?
We are not going to New Orleans. I'm glad. No offense, but I am glad that I am going to miss that week. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. Did you hear that it was Pride Week?
No, I didn't. Y'all still going?
We'll be here in Texas, so
I'll be in Dallas.
Yeah, we'll be here. Hopefully Jerg's on time that day because it's 8:40, right? What happened to
bro? It's always something. Laptop kids.
You say auto tune? Hey, so I got this new thing, man. I'm working on it. So is it better now, Tyler? Let me know. Did my voice change at all?
Me. Marcus, what's up, bro? He says,
I got a new mic.
Could be Louisville 2016. No one expected Lamar Jackson to be that good that year. Jordan Travis could break out the season. Look, I'm not against Jordan Travis.
He got Lamar Jackson.
I'm not against Jordan Travis breaking. Now, I want to believe that all the optimism is for real. I just, I'm tempting my expectations, as they say. So I just want this team to get on the field and show it, to be honest with you. But I hear y'all. How worried about you? I don't know if you heard about this, Terrence, but both of our centers are down. Now, I think both. Caden's done for the year. Maurice got pulled out on the stretcher from what I heard. I don't know if he's done for the year, though.
Oh.
I don't know how hurt Maurice is. I don't expect him to play week 1, though.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
we have no idea who's going to be center at this point.
I mean, can we teach somebody how to snap the ball?
I mean, they got to figure something out, right?
Who's long snapper?
No.
I'm joking. Did we give a scholarship to this motherfucker though? Like I'm pretty sure we gave a scholarship to a long snapper recently.
We might have. I don't
know. Like if he can't step in,
long snappers deserve scholarships.
We've seen it. We've seen it cost games. Adam, you gonna be in Dallas that following weekend, man?
Gibbons would be Tyler's first choice. I'm not against Gibbons.
You know what?
I'm not against Gibbons. My thing is
Gibbons
now
a center before?
He played some center at Notre Dame. He absolutely did. My reservation to that is now who are you putting at left guard?
I mean, we can figure that out. I mean, I think the center position is a little bit more important.
No, I agree. I
rather have.
So I posed this question on what's up, CV? I actually did talk about the Gators recruiting, actually, CV. So yeah, you are a little too late. I ain't gonna talk about it again though. But anyway,
you got everything you're gonna get.
Just rewind the tape. Anyway, I'm gonna pose this question to you because I posed this question Wednesday. And Tyler, I see Washington, but I might have a better option because the more I think about this, the more I think this might be a legit option. And I know what I said about freshmen. But Bama did this with Evan Neal. They put him at guard till he was ready to play tackle.
Yeah. In the way Armella
would you put Armella? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Would you put Armella at guard?
Everything I've been hearing
until he's ready to play tackle. I don't think that's a stretch. You move Gillens to center. You put Armella at guard.
I'm with it. Yeah.
I don't think it's a stretch. I don't think that's a stretch.
I don't mind seeing Armella on the field, especially after everything that you've heard out of camp and the things that other players are saying. I put more value into the guys that are going up against these guys than I do what a coach is going to say. Like, yeah, I saw this for him. When your teammate saying, "Yeah, I went up against him,"
I am starting to hear like the auto tunes a little bit though. You sound a little bit like T-Pain. You sound like a little bit like T-Pain. It ain't that bad.
Sound like me.
It ain't that bad, but I do hear a little bit.
I'm gonna work on this.
It's all right. It's a new mic, y'all. Give him a chance.
I'm working on it. Yeah, man. We're gonna get this going. I got a couple mics to test out before that LSU game, so we're gonna figure it out. But I'm all for seeing Armella on the field. Seeing him, like, obviously not at tackle right now, but if we can slide him in at guard and and get him in those one-on-one situations where he can handle the guy in front of him or handle his own, I'm with it.
Shut that up. I want to hear that shit. Bro talking about high school. From
y'all boys
from like
wild.
3 years ago.
And these boys wild with auto-tune shit.
Deaf to auto-tune. But I think it's a possibility. I also, people are throwing Darius out there. Turrentine's another option I threw out there.
Where's Bless at?
Bless is at right tackle. I don't see them moving.
He penciled in there?
I think so. Again, we'll see, but
okay.
Someone said, how did Jermaine play? I haven't watched no NFL games. I honestly don't usually watch preseason because I don't care about it. RD says, just say and stay there before they fix the mic.
Oh, man.
I think they will, Tyler. I think ultimately they will opt for a more experienced player. Like you probably didn't bring in a Turrentine to throw Armella out there. You know what I'm saying? So the best bet might be to slide Gibbons and throw Turrentine.
I think, Gibbons is definitely, it seems like if Maurice is really out. But honestly, wait, this is my thing. Even if Maurice is healthy, is Gibbons?
Well, you know how I feel about Maurice.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, would you be opposed to Gibbons sliding there and putting somebody else at guard over?
No, I'm pretty adamant of not wanting. You know, and it makes it sound like I don't like Maurice, which isn't the case.
You don't.
But he needs to develop.
He needs a sandwich.
He needs a few sandwiches. He needs Jimmy John, Subway, and all of that.
Hey, it makes you wonder. Hey, what's up with the weight program with him, man?
Some guys just can't, some guys' bodies are different, man. Whatever it is, they ain't figured it out with him. And
like I remember Jordan Gross was on the Panthers, man, and he was balling all pro left tackle. And then he retired. Next year, dude was like 215, 220. And I was like, oh, you really just was only that big because football needed you to be that big.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of it. Like, all
right, Tony, we hope you get better for real.
I mean, who else will we put? I'm looking through this roster.
Let's
dang. So here's my other thing. Is Caden gonna get a medical red shirt?
So Norvell kind of spoke to it. Like they got to check their options. They may try to bring him back next year if he can get one. He's already like a grad transfer, so I think that might be kind of up to Caden if he wants to stay another year. I have heard Estes' name, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Whatever Bam. I mean, but Landon Dickerson was all a 6'5". So Maurice Smith is 6'2", 6'3" But anyway,
sure I got him at 6'2". I got him at 6'2".
Who is number 65 on our offensive line?
65 on the O-line. That's Rod Orr.
That's Rod Orr?
Yeah.
Let me check real quick. You're probably right.
I'm looking at it.
You looking at it right now?
Yeah.
Well, 65 ain't gonna play this year, Panama.
So I mean, if we're sliding,
yeah, how are we tripping? That's the only guy that you have right now that has snapping experience. So what are you talking about? I mean, that's kind of your best option.
Who you want to play center?
Your center got to know how to snap the ball. So who you putting there, Robert?
Sapp can play center for who?
Quayshawn Sapp. Yeah, but you're talking about another freshman.
So yeah. I mean, and then you're not even talking about your best freshman,
right? So why are we throwing Quayshawn Sapp out there? If that's the case, move Dylan Gibbons over and throw Armella out there if we're going to put a freshman out there. What's up, John? How you doing? Yes, I mean Schrader's an option, but I think he's more of an option at guard. Again, that's the guy that you throw at guard and you move someone else to center.
And if we're doing that, why are we not giving Armella those snaps?
Well, Schrader and guys like Schrader and Estes, they've been in the program longer. So
I don't. And what have they done in the program?
I mean, I hear you.
what have they done?
Hear you. Okay, but Estes is a guy, for one, hasn't played a lot of football. Estes is a guy, for two, has been primarily working at guard. So now you're moving him to center, has no experience of snapping the ball consistently. Gibbons is the only player on your O-line who has college experience in college games snapping the ball.
All right, so I might have to. I'm gonna switch up my mic just to.
You sound fine to me.
They say I'm gargling water.
Losing both centers is terrible. We need a guy with experience going up against that good LSU team. I agree. You can't be LSU's not the place where we test out Zane Herring or Brian, Estes. That's just my opinion. Like, that's not the game where you test those guys out. I would feel more comfortable having a guy at guard, but center needs to be a spot of strength. Those are the two most important spots on your offensive line. Your left tackle.
I wouldn't be opposed to maybe. Well, Rod Orr's a redshirt freshman, right?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about at center though. I'm asking
Armella about him at guard again.
Armella's doing a lot less at guard than I'm asking my center to do. I think some of y'all don't realize how much of a cerebral position your center is. Everybody, Cam Irving gets all that love on that 2013 line. Brian Stork was your centerpiece of that O-line, and you saw the next year how that O-line took a huge dip when Brian Stork was no longer on that offensive line. And Cam Irving was still on that line.
It took moving Cam to center.
Thank you, because
we were struggling so much at center.
You need
that. It was like, you know what? Fuck it. We go move you to center. We can put this freshman Roderick Johnson, right? Move him out the tackle. We can put him out the tackle because you can't struggle at center. You can't. I think it's really clear Gibbons has to play center, man.
I mean, that is true, right? But even then, I'm still not on the Maurice Smith bandwagon. The only positive I can say about Maurice is he has obviously experience playing the position. But it's also what I know. He gonna be getting bullied on against some of the better defensive
against
lines.
LSU. He gonna get bullied
against your better defensive lines. Mo ain't gonna be able to hold up. So
I get what you're saying, Tyler. Like, Armella hasn't done anything, but if I want to take somebody who hasn't done anything, I want to at least take the person who has some buzz in camp about him. I've heard Estes and Schrader's name in passing because they were talking about who was on the line. I didn't hear that they were doing anything in practice that was causing any ruckus or actually putting things out there about hey, he's dominating or he's being really good out there. He's done this, done that. He's made an impression. Neither of those guys can you say has done that. Armella has.
I mean, I hear you, Robert, but again, you're not giving me a reason why.
Put a bottle on what?
Gibbons not happening.
I mean,
it may or may not happen. I can't tell you what they're gonna do. I'm pretty sure Atkins has a vision. I'm not too worried about it. I think he'll find you one, but I don't think Atkins is or I don't think Gibbons is out of the question.
Hey man, fuck y'all, man.
He said, if y'all rebound, who said we losing? What do you mean if we rebound?
Rebound.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch there, my friend.
That's a dub.
Slow your roll. If y'all beat A&M, if y'all rebound from A&M, maybe y'all will have a good season.
I don't care if I got to start at center. We win against LSU. I think I still got a year of eligibility, bro. Let me check.
Didn't we see Mo get shoved around? We saw Mo, bro. I know that. I'm with you, Tyler. You know how I feel about Mo.
Mo wasn't the answer, but he was the
It was a Mo
experienced. Like it was just like he get the ball to Jordan. That's all we can say. Like he gets the ball to Jordan, and we can go from there.
They're not going to jeopardize Travis' blind side. Well, you still got Robert Scott on that blind side. So again, Robert, I'm just asking a simple question. What's more important, your left guard or your center? I would just love to know. But they do have communication together. But you know what? You're asking Gibbons to move to center. So to me, it's like that communication's still there.
What changed?
Right. That communication's still there. Again, that's your quarterback of your offensive line. So that communication is still there. So
yeah, we need it's quite clear Gibbons should probably play at center. And if that means Armelo's at left guard, then fine.
But I mean, at the end of the day, the good news is that's why you took all these offensive linemen, right?
Got a ton of them.
That's why you took Turrentine. That's why you took Dimitri Emmanuel, Bless Harris. You know, that's why you took all these guys.
Why isn't the roster? Why isn't the depth chart out like that?
Why would they release the depth chart 3 weeks before the game?
I thought it was 2 weeks.
Well, the game is in 2 weeks, but why would they? Exactly my point. Why would they release it right now? They ain't gonna release that roster till probably last minute.
Does it matter against Duquesne?
It doesn't, but it might matter for Louisville. Not Louisville, but
LSU want to look at it.
They're gonna be scouting ahead of time for sure.
True.
Louisville getting Clark. Clark who?
Fuck is a Clark? Know that.
Center, but it won't be Gibbons. They will have Estes. I'll say this, Robert. It might not be Gibbons, but I do not believe it'll be Estes.
Wow.
I believe you have better options than
you have a ton of better options.
So,
and it starts with moving Gibbons to center. Like,
well, according to practice, they rotate a lot of guys at center. I would throw Darius Washington out there at center before I threw Estes out there. Saquon Clark from Miami. Okay. He said Louisville's getting Saquon Clark.
Congratulations.
Oh.
Let
me know who Florida State getting.
What does that mean?
That's what I want to know. But yeah, I got you. We know we can't recruit no. Well, hopefully we get
linebackers. Why can't we recruit linebackers?
Bro, don't ask me. And that's what I'm with. Put your best 5 out there. There's no way you can convince me. And this is not a knock on Estes. Estes was actually a high school tackle if you go watch. But that's neither here nor there, Robert. If there's no way you can tell me Estes is one of your top 5 O linemen.
So you tell me he's better than Darius and Armella.
Estes is not even better than Darius.
Is he better than Maurice Smith?
If he was, he'd be starting over Maurice Smith.
Exactly. Sapp, I see Sapp play in person. Early.
What's up, Sporadics?
He better than Early?
My thing about Sapp, he might be doing the best at center. But Armella's your best.
Early?
But Armella's your best offensive lineman. Put Armella at guard. Move Gibbons to center. If you don't trust Armella at left guard, throw Dimitri Emmanuel at left guard. Put Armella at right guard. Dimitri Emmanuel, that's a redshirt senior. So, come on. There's a lot of options, a lot of different things you can do. You cannot convince me that Estes is one of your top 5 O linemen. Put my best 5 out there.
I'd rather have Washington at center than Maurice.
I would too. I would rather have Darius Washington out there, to be honest with you.
This is hard, man.
You need experience, and you're going to need size against LSU. I'm not knocking Estes. Estes might be good in the future. He might be good right now, but I don't believe he's one of your best 5 is the point. Quayshawn Sapp probably is just center of the future. Can't tell me he's one of your best 5 right now.
I don't have Estes in my top 8. I don't have Estes.
I mean, let's calm down. Okay, Robert Scott, Dylan Gibbons, Bless Harris. Let's just go like the guys that we know are good. The guys that we know are good are Dylan Gibbons and Robert Scott. Like those are the guys we know because we've seen them play. And then you expect Bless Harris to be good from everything you keep hearing.
Yeah.
You expect Demetri Manuel. He's played a lot of college football. I know he's coming from Charlotte, but you expect him to at least be serviceable.
He's a senior.
Right, senior.
He want to get on the field.
He's good.
So he's on the field.
Let's go with Turrentine. He played at South Carolina, started at South Carolina, so he's played some good defensive lines. We don't know how good he is or isn't. But again,
he's a senior.
There's another senior. Darius Washington. When he was healthy, he was probably your second best O lineman last year. So that's at least 6 guys.
What about Lloyd Willis?
Lloyd is another unknown. I can't throw Lloyd Willis in there because he's another unknown. He's Lloyd. I would put Lloyd in the same boat as Estes. Unknown.
I got Armella over him.
Armella's getting all. So that's 7, right? Armella's getting all the hype in preseason. How good is Armella?
I've seen early play, and I really like early, especially if it meant playing him at guard. So take that with a grain of salt, whatever.
Willis, Schrader, or some freshman, we need one of them to step up. They're saying Orr is a couple years away.
And is that a bad thing? I mean,
no, it's not a bad thing. Only thing bad about it is if Atkins keep recruiting like that, you have a chance that you recruit over a Rod Orr, and Rod Orr is probably transferring out if he doesn't come along. You could even move Bless Harris to guard and put Turrentine at tackle. Turrentine's, and you know what? R. Davis, okay, he's a depth guy. Well, now you need to use your depth. So if he's a depth guy, guess what happens?
You got 2 injuries on the line.
Right. You get bumped up a notch.
What do you do? That sounds like you need to go to your depth guy.
That's the whole point. That is the whole point that we're talking about. Lloyd Willis still on the team.
And are we saying that Estes is a better depth guy? Is Estes a better? Do we even take a guy like these transfers if Estes was the guy? That's
answer? What I'm saying. You took these transfers for a reason. You didn't take these transfers to throw Estes on your starting 5 O-line. I'm sorry. I know we have big views for some of these guys in the future. I'm not saying Estes won't be a part of this team in the future. I'm not saying Estes won't be a good player.
Bro, we gonna fuck around. Estes gonna end up a 10-year starter in the NFL, bro. Yeah. Like, they are.
But I'm just saying,
Estes,
you didn't bring all this depth in to tell me Estes is one of your top 5 O-linemen.
Hey, but on the real, it's nobody hates this kid, man. It's not adding up. 2 + 2 ain't
right, Brandon. Just not now. Just not now. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man. I mean, he couldn't get over Maurice Smith. Like,
that's my thing. He couldn't beat out Maurice Smith, and he's been here. I think Estes was a freshman last year, so he's been here 2 years.
He's a redshirt.
He hasn't been able to beat out Maurice Smith at all, but now all of a sudden he's your starting center, and I get it. Injuries happen. But again, that's why you took all these guys in the transfer portal.
And I want to say this. Like I said, I'd rather start early at guard than go to SS. If we say Armella for whatever reason, they say nah. I'd rather start early. I would go to early. And that's seeing him play against like D1 type talent. Me and Jerg was at the game. Watched him. He can hold his own. It's just he was with the rest of the O-line was just garbage. He can hold his own, and I've seen him do that. Now, mind you, they high school kids or whatever, but early is a grown behind freaking man. Like his build is grown man style. So it's a lot of guys I would consider beforehand, before I go into guys that like Estes and Schrader, and I mean, Sapp is a future guard.
Now Schrader might have been on the path, but remember he got hurt, and he's still coming off an injury, so that unfortunately set him back. Because Schrader was getting a lot of love before his injury. Zane Herring's still another guy. We ain't mentioned Zane Herring, and that's probably a reason why we haven't mentioned a Zane Herring. Freshmen are probably outplaying him right now. So, you know, I have faith Atkins figures it out. I just don't understand the whole dismissing the Gibbons thing and throwing Estes in there. Like that's just the thing.
it's gonna make Rod or not Rod or like it's gonna make Robert Scott worse. Like I don't see how that
exactly. We've never heard Estes' name so much
ever.
And all of a sudden he's the starter.
I ain't never heard his name. Well, since he came in, like I feel like he's just been there. Like, but y'all really hurt by Estes.
I'm with you, VJ. I'm 100% with you. I believe Atkins will figure that out. I'm not worried about it, but I'm just, just good conversation to have.
So he's one of the strongest on the team.
Yeah, I know I think he power cleaned like something stupid, like 4 something.
Yeah, I did that in high school.
Shut up. You do everything in high school. But you here with me.
I'm injury prone. I'm injury prone. I know my limitations. I know my limitations. I couldn't stay off the injury reserve.
But like Tyler said, the fact that we got these options that's the blessing. Blessing. So maybe it's Bless Harris. Who knows?
Bless Harris is the answer. Does this affect? All right. So the other thing is what I saw in practice. Seeing Lyles like out there still like with his guys.
He still be dressing out there.
I love that.
I mean, that's dope.
Like a lot of people do stuff for show. Like to me, that ain't nothing for show. He in pads out there walking around with them.
That's dope.
He dressing with them boys, man. So I can appreciate that. Especially like it's your only year with the team, possibly, depending on how things go.
Depending on if you get that waiver and if you want to, oh my God.
Or if he even needs to. I think people know. I think he has some buzz about his talent that he would go late rounds.
And even then, he's showing that he's injury prone because that's one of the things that happened with him at Wisconsin. So now it's kind of getting to the point where does he even want to keep putting his body through this, right? But yeah. Whoop-de-doo, we got a special guest.
Who this?
Man, I always come an hour late, man. Ridiculous.
Looky here.
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows.
You don't know? Boy, I say, hey, 8:30 on the dot, drinking water.
Hold up, man. Hold up.
See, like, gotta go. What's up, Zay? I think he probably will get a waiver. I think the question for Lyles is, does he want to keep doing this? But RD
at this level?
I mean, again, this is 2 years in a row for him with these injuries.
I mean, you don't give up, though. I don't think he gives up.
Who do you think the starting DNs will be? I think game 1 will be McClendon and Briggs. I think Versus getting plenty of rotation snaps though, so I wouldn't worry about it. But I think it's gonna be McClendon and Briggs.
I think we see my boy by the end of the year.
Pat.
Hey, yeah.
Pat gonna get plenty of playing time this year, I think.
I think we see Payton by the end.
Hold on. Verse ain't starting for y'all?
I don't think he's gonna start game 1. That doesn't mean he won't eventually be the starter. That don't mean that. And I could be wrong and they could start him.
Jermaine started day 1, right?
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
but Verse isn't Jermaine though.
I'm not saying he is, man. We know how you feel about Jermaine Cold World Johnson. Didn't I put his middle name in the chat one time? Was it Curtis or something?
Probably did.
Jermaine, I think it's Jermaine Curtis Johnson. It's the first game. It's the
don't even answer that question. Hold on, I got something for him. Shut that up. I want to hear that shit.
Do you mean LSU, bro?
No,
Like,
he's
let's
talking
give him
about
the benefit
Duquesne.
of the doubt.
No, that's New Ken Gotti, a Miami fan. He trolls.
Oh, okay.
LSU's weakness is a secondary.
Apparently, so I listened to an LSU dude. Apparently, they breaking in freshmen on that O line, and apparently they returned no starters in the secondary. I think, with the exception of like one guy. So defensively, the secondary probably is the weakness.
I'll take it.
And then they're going through a QB battle to the point. I mean, LSU is vulnerable. I don't know what just happened to Jerg again.
Bruh.
Getting ridiculous.
I got 250.
But LSU is vulnerable. Say it again.
250 passing yards with Travis. All right.
250 passing yards with Travis.
Yep.
Against LSU. I'm not that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I really want to get more on what's going on with Benson, man.
It wouldn't shock me if Verse starts.
I think
I'll be honest with you, for maybe some gamesmanship and some stuff, I wouldn't start Verse against Duquesne. There's no reason to start Verse against Duquesne. Let LSU wonder, like, and if you really want to mix it up, then you have Verse start against LSU and see how that goes. But hold on.
I mean, you really expect them to throw for more than 250 though? Jordan Travis ain't. I'm dropping 300.
Y'all said the man was going to throw for 3,200. So in the second game, he needed to be on pace for 250. Y'all said that. I never said this.
I'm just
y'all said this.
Maybe he need to have a couple games where he can go.
Man, come on, y'all.
Hey, man, I readjusted.
Yeah, John, I got one for you too. Don't worry. Shut that up. I want to hear that shit. But we was gonna start the next topic, but Jerg
just walked off on us.
Dipped. So
just like, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Let's keep talking this no talk till he come back. FSU will rush for we rushed for 200 yards against that.
Oh, we won.
We won easily. We won easily if we run for 200
walking off.
Plus. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
They talking about us in the top 25 after that.
Yeah.
If we run for 200, we have a game like that, all of a sudden we top 25.
I haven't seen any videos, Rose. How'd the scrimmage go? How was Norvell looking like? We did scrimmage again tonight. Okay.
Grab some ice right quick.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Do you think?
We good now. What was Norvell's body language? What do you mean Norvell's body language?
I don't know. I haven't. I guess I know probably scrimmage or something just ended not too long ago. Somebody said something about his body language. I'm pretty sure he gave a post-scrimmage interview or something. So maybe he's not happy. Maybe he is happy. Rose will tell me here in a minute. What's up, y'all? Irv looking like.
Is that what me and y'all
IT support?
We come to visit, bro.
What'd you say?
That's the guest room.
That's me and hey, we might need a bigger bed, Playboy.
I don't even know what to say, man. I've never been lost for words. I'm stuck right now.
But tell me what he looked like. I'm on here, so I'm not gonna watch it right now. Man, John, you like I think John like getting
what are you talking about?
Shut that up. I want to hear that shit.
You man Thompson up here saying FSU is gonna run for 200 against LSU.
He did say that, and we just talked about it.
He did.
Oh, okay.
He said we will. I thought he said what if. My bad.
No, he will.
Well,
that's the thing I want to put
they also a lot of people are in this. Terrence is one of them that think JT gonna throw for 3,000 plus yards.
Is that what I said?
That's what you said.
I readjusted. I had to do the math, man. My math was what math.
You had to do some arithmetic. Put 2 and 2 together real quick.
I think I readjusted to 2,700. Right? Or I said 27 and 2,800 yards is what I readjusted to.
So that means you don't get 1,000-yard receiver out of that, right? There's no way.
Not necessarily, bro.
Necessarily.
I'm getting 800 out of the backs.
Out of a 2,800-yard season, you don't need 1,000 yards.
700 to 800 out of the backs.
What's that, T?
It's 700 to 800 out of the backs.
Right, I'm saying, but a single person having 1,000 yards, that's not going to happen if you do 2,700.
No.
Yeah. I think your receivers would have to get 1,000. I would hope they get 1,000 yards
in a 3,000-yard season.
So yeah, I set a range of 2,700 to 3,200.
Oh,
that's a big range. I'm in the 25 to 28. That's a good season for.
I didn't say 3,300 now. Hold on now. Did I say 30?
Yeah, man. Tell him, man. Stand on the square, man. Tell him, man.
Hey. And then we were talking about how many touchdowns he was going to go in. I was up around 35.
Yeah. 35 total?
Total.
I think 35 total.
So you're saying 35 total.
25 passing, 10 running.
For Travis, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to count for 21 a game?
But see, I think that's feasible. The man in limited snaps last year, he threw for 15, ran.
He accounted for 22 last year.
I don't think that's outside of question.
Okay.
I just don't see a 3,000-yard passing season.
I think that's a big. I honestly, for any quarterback, I think that's a big. If you're putting by yourself 3 touchdowns a game on the field, right? You got to put yourself immediately in the top 25 category. Right?
Hey, I was gonna get off my goddamn back,
bro. You said it.
Hey, I said what I said.
Okay, well, stand on it. That's all they're saying. They're just saying.
All I was saying, I said I reverted and I gave a range. That's all.
They saying
I did not say 30. I said 3,300. I really did. Shit.
They just saying stand on it.
He said go back to 51.
Hey, he gave a minute, a 51-minute mark. He said go back 51 minutes, so it was early on.
Oh,
well, you know, we've been on for an hour before bald head ass show up.
Whoa. It's a little bit too much.
So since we've been on here for an hour already talking, go ahead, Jerg. Bring up the next topic. I'm pretty sure you don't want to talk about Seminoles no more.
Well, no, your boy brought up the UNC game. I just saw what's his name. Howell actually had a good outing, from what I understand. He had like 2 touchdowns today.
I heard Trask was looking okay.
Yeah, even as a Bucks fan, I'm just kind of just kind of move on to the next one, right? But no, they said Howell had a good game. Pickett was 13 for 15, 111 total yards. He gets the benefit of having it labeled.
Oh, total. We talking about his total yards.
Though. Oh yeah, he gets the benefit of having it labeled as total, unlike Malik Willis.
Out of here.
And 2 touchdowns with the game-winning drive. So Pickett was out there playing against the guys that aren't going to be on the roster, and he balled out. Right,
game-winning drive though.
Yeah, well, it's against. Come on,
yeah, I believe me, I know.
Bro. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah,
Rose, you know I don't give a damn about that tight end room. Shut that up. I want to hear that shit. Go ahead, finish out, Jerg.
Ours is the future.
Oh man. But hold on, Bucks don't deserve Trask. I think it's the other way around. It is absolutely the other way around, bro. Come on now. No, but they said how. So y'all didn't talk about Willis and those guys yet.
We spoke about.
We talked a little bit about some NFL stuff, a little bit.
Well,
we did talk about the Willis thing.
Well, yeah, I'm just seeing the numbers come in, but it's like, man, if you spent 5 minutes watching this kid in college, you would have had no discussion, right? And I heard maybe about a dozen guys talk about, it's competition level and it's the offense he played in and things like that. The man was on the field for maybe 15 plays last night before they pulled him, right?
Bro, the way they pulled him, man, was bullshit.
I agree with that, but
he had a 30-yard run. Yeah, sit your ass down.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I scored a touchdown and kept my team, you know what I'm saying? But no, you didn't do the right thing, so you got to sit. That's insane to me, man. That was absolutely insane to me, man.
And set him down so Woodside.
I don't understand. I told this to Terrence. I don't understand why you draft him, but say I want a guy who's just going to stand in the pocket. Like, what did you think you were drafting?
Right.
Like, did you not watch the tape? Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
did you not see what I saw?
What did you think you had here?
Right.
I don't understand that.
There's this I say there's this thing that's happening in football, and you're gonna have Mike Vrabel's obviously a pretty old school guy, right? Like by all intents and purposes, like it's not like he's a new age coach like a McVay or one of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So you're looking at him probably looking at quarterback from the prototype situation, right? Which is, oh, you got to be 6'5", you know, Dan Marino basically. Stand back there and pick defenses apart. Then you have this new generation of guys that just don't fit the mold at all, right? And for some reason, they're trying to force these guys to be something they've never been their entire life. And it's going to backfire.
And that doesn't – you don't draft that guy to then change who and what he is. But I wanted to bring up, since we're on the NFL, and you brought it up earlier because you liked the tweet. Y'all seen Nakobe Dean out there, and you know how I felt about Nakobe Dean. I thought he was the best player on Georgia, arguably the best player in college football last year. In my opinion, I said that from the jump, yet he falls in the draft. Everybody talking about he's small. These guys protect better. Man, screw all that. Give me a football player. You might be looking at a 10, 15-year linebacker in Nakobe Dean. And I know it's just a preseason and all that stuff can change, but he is what I've always thought he is.
But this is the audacity of the NFL. They took two of his teammates, two other off-ball linebackers.
Two linebackers.
On his the two linebackers that he was better than. It was Tyndall and the buddy that went to Green Bay. There's an inside backer that went to Green Bay from Georgia. So you took two guys on his same team that he was clearly better than. Like if you watch the Georgia game.
And people talking about, they project better. They got bigger measurables. What?
Crazy. You should have thrown that out the window with Dean. That's just it's really a slap in the face to the kid. But you look at the Eagles now. They got Davis. They got Dean right behind them. Right, and they're probably going to pair that up for the next 10 years.
For the next 10 years, that's their core at defense.
Yeah, and make y'all regret it. Insane.
By the way, I want to go ahead and point out that my Carolina Panthers, although we did win that game, Matt Carroll went 1 for 9 for 11 yards.
Who did he play? Did he play with the ones or the threes? Do you know?
I think it was against the threes because Baker. As a matter of fact, he played after Baker, Donald, and possibly after PJ.
So you think they missed it? Early sign.
I don't know, man. It's not promising. Considering how Malik played, how Ritter, I think Ritter has done well.
Ritter had a good drive. He had a good drive or two in the Atlanta game.
He completed 1 pass for 11 yards. That means this man had at least 3 drives for 9 passes. 9 passes, and
you think Ritter? How much Mariota do we see before Ritter takes that?
I don't know why you wait, bro.
You should do it now. You should do it now, right?
Yeah. You just get what it reminds me of. What they did, y'all remember when now I'm not saying I don't like the receiver pickup, Drake London. I don't think he was that good where they picked him number 8 or something like that. I didn't like the receiver pickup, but remember that's what Cincinnati did with AJ Green, Andy Dalton, and they just wrote it out. They just let those two figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like just get him on the field. I'm not saying that kid's AJ Green. I'm not saying that, but just get him on the field, let that man play and figure it out in Atlanta. You know. That's what I would think should happen. I mean, Mariota's going to be hurt in 3-4 weeks anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boy, been injured. Been injured, you know. Pick Muma. Who's Muma? Didn't the Jags picked up Devin Lloyd?
There was a bunch of linebackers taken before.
Devin Lloyd was a dog.
And the only one that I thought, okay, makes sense was the kid out of Utah.
Yeah, Devin Lloyd.
Okay, Lloyd. He was legit.
Yeah.
He was legit.
Yeah, he was a dog. Yeah.
And outside of him, I was like, all these other linebackers y'all taking over Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all,
they missed.
Y'all drunk.
Yeah,
everybody missed. We sat there and watched everybody miss. Everybody knew who the guy was.
Yeah. By the way, New King, I don't know how true that is that TBD actually went off. I heard it was highly contested. But that's, I don't think anybody was really there. But not to get off topic there. But yeah, no, I thought Lloyd was dope for them, man. Adrian, I don't know. You had Lloyd and you had Dean, and then to your point, it was just a bunch of guys, right?
There was like a guy at like North Dakota State or a white. I don't remember.
He went to Falcons.
And I don't even. And from what I hear, he's not even on the preseason roster right now, and it's not injury related.
I didn't know that.
How wild is that?
That's crazy.
But again, I hope I'm obviously I'm not a Georgia fan, but I hope Dean makes everybody just regret not taking him.
Yeah, he was an absolute dog, man. I got to find that kid's name now. I know exactly. It's this tall white boy. He ran like 4.4 or something.
He went like BYU or some school like that. I don't even remember the exact school he went to.
Yeah, I'm looking for it too.
No, he's an Troy Anderson from Montana State.
From Montana State,
like it was some bullshit school, and you're like,
I didn't think that was
who is this kid?
He played everything though. He was a football player.
He started off as a quarterback.
Yeah,
I get it. But linebacker, in my opinion, I've always said this: if there's one position, in my opinion, that is you are born to be, it's a backer.
Sure.
All those other positions, backers are born, not made, because you can't. Backers have screws loose that you really can't plan for.
Amen.
Kobe Dean is a natural linebacker, in my opinion. You just don't. You don't build those.
I would say quarterback, inside linebacker, and safety are my three, because you can't. Safeties is either you got it or you don't. I don't care what you run.
That's
what
fair.
You look like, you know what I'm saying? Like you either know how to close down angles or you don't know how to close down. That's why you see safeties going to 5th round. Like like Ryan Clark played in the league forever. It was a late round. You know what I'm saying? Like, that happens all the time. It's just about footwork and closing angles, man. It's really just about that.
And obviously quarterback. I'm not.
Yeah. Quarterbacks different.
But just backers to me are just natural. Like you have to.
Really something's got to be
wrong. Montana State, bro.
Right.
Montana State
over
Georgia.
Yeah.
Over Georgia.
Yeah.
Man played Bama and the LSUs and the Auburns and the name them.
Well, and here's the worst part is that you took 2 other Georgia guys
before.
And he was clearly the alpha. Like he was the alpha on the defense, period. Like not just the linebacker room. He was clearly the alpha. And you said, no, them 2 guys are better. They're going to have a better career than this. Like that's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me, man. Absolutely crazy to me. I'm trying to pull up them linebacker picks, man. I'm trying to pull them up. Yeah, Devin Lloyd.
All right, Joe, I got something for you.
Shut
that up. I want to hear that shit.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Is that a Miami fan, Joe Johnson?
Yeah, Joe's a Miami fan.
Oh, what's up, Joe? How you doing, man? How you doing? I got to support them where I can. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at George Karlaftis went off the board before Nakobe Dean.
Dean fell to like the 3rd, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at defenders who aren't going to do what Dean did. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all Miami fans. I wasn't going to do this, but I got a new video for you since y'all want to keep talking. Got a new video for you.
Crazy. Oh, bro, that's low.
Y'all keep bothering me, bro. Leave me alone.
That's low class, bro.
No. That's
definitely low class, dog. That boy reached to the archives, boy.
Hey, leave me alone.
Oh man.
Okay, my bad, Joe. I got you.
Yeah. So what else, man? So who else? I saw the boy. What's his name? Pickens. I saw he was getting off today. I saw a couple.
Yeah, a lot of people are really high on Pickens, man. My problem is who's gonna be throwing him the ball. I think you might have you might have one there in George Pickens for real.
Sure.
But who the hell's throwing him the ball?
Sure.
Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett ain't it.
So who's throwing him the ball? That's my problem.
I'm gonna let y'all know that I don't see it, man. Especially in that division. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Hey Terrence, you missed the new video.
It's a new one. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I'll let you see it. Hold on.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh no. I love it. Let me check my wallet. I might have some in my coin purse to see that a couple times.
The Joker said coin purse. 1967.
Let me check my fanny. Let me check the fanny pack.
Let's see what I got in here. I might have something for you. Hey.
But yeah, I think they might have one in Pickens.
I mean, I've been on Pickens.
But who throwing him the ball though?
That is the problem.
That boy be catching nothing but fade routes, boy, because that route tree will be limited.
Yeah.
It ain't his fault.
No, I'm not saying it is. But they don't got it like that up there, boy.
I'm saying, yeah, that's the problem. Who throwing on the ball?
Yeah.
I heard he out there punking the DBs too.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy. It's a side note, man. I didn't know. You know that D tackle that went in the first round from Georgia? He's 24 years old, Devontae Wyatt. I didn't realize he was that old. And I realized he was that old. Kenny Pickett's 24 years old.
Where did he go?
He went to Green Bay, first round. Pickett's 24 years old too. A year. Isn't Lamar just 25?
I thought Jordan Davis. Where did Jordan Davis go then?
Eagles.
He went to Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went to Philly.
I don't know why I thought he went to Green Bay.
No, he went to Philly. I'm trying to find. He's 22 years old. You know, if you pull
54 people in here. Y'all, what's the likes at? Hold on.
It's crazy.
I don't mean to cut y'all off. Keep going, Jerg.
No. I was just saying, like, when you pull up the draft on Pro Football Reference, it gives you ages of guys. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, put my likes up. 32 likes, 55. Come on, put the likes up. But go ahead, Jerg.
This joke. I'm just saying, this dude, Fedarian Mathis at Alabama was 24 years old playing college football. Like, that's insane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you remember Winky?
Yeah.
Who was the Oklahoma State quarterback? Who was he? I forget his name, but he was old as hell too. Whedon was like
30.
Whedon was like 26 or something crazy like
that.
No,
he was like 27.
He was 30.
He was 27, 28.
Yeah,
he got drafted
at
28, 29.
Because that was the draft.
Yeah, Teofimo is fighting tonight.
Wasn't that the Bridgewater draft? Wasn't that the Bridgewater draft?
I don't remember what year Whedon was.
I got to look into that one. I just remember. I remember them boys just messed it up, man. I remember they just messed it up.
They had some HBCU players out there. I was talking with my girl.
Kelvin wasn't like 26.
No, he wasn't. He was like 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
He was 20. I think he was 22.
We did have a receiver that was like that old, though. Do y'all remember? I don't remember. He played with Greg Carr. I can't remember his name, but he was just as tall as Greg Carr. Oh, my God. I don't remember his name. I think he had dreads. He only played like a year for us because he had ran out of eligibility, but somebody in the chat might remember his name. And he was actually pretty decent. Mm-hmm. But he was like old like that at wide receiver for us. But he played back with Greg Carr.
See, so they said 20.
Like Surrency. His name was like Surrency or something like that. I don't remember his freaking name though.
So peep this real quick. So this is how bad Cleveland Browns got it in life, right? So they had a third pick in 2012. So that's the Andrew Luck draft.
Yeah, Corey Surrency. Yeah.
So they go Andrew Luck, Robert Griffin III, and who they draft next? Trent Richardson. I used to love me some Trent Richardson, but they draft Trent Richardson next.
Mr. Randy.
That boy couldn't find a hole to save his life, boy.
Hey, It's man, what? Trent is so.
He fell off.
I don't know.
So hold on. So you go Trent Richardson, and the next name that's actually still playing at a high level in the league is Ryan Tannehill at 8, which is crazy, right? That's an NFL player, right? And I'm talking all positions. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? After that's Luke Kuechly. So shout out to you, Terrence. But then Stephon Gilmore at 10, right? But these jokers, was that?
He's still out there balling.
Yeah, they passed on Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones goes to pick before Brandon Whedon. You know what I'm saying? Them boys just need to give.
Whedon probably shouldn't. I mean, in hindsight, Whedon shouldn't have been drafted.
How do you draft the 20? Unless
you don't. How do you draft a 28-year-old? He got
to come in ready to win me the Super Bowl right away.
That's counterproductive as hell. You don't draft a 28-year-old. No offense to Brandon Whedon, but it's the same reason why Chris Winkie fell into his draft, huh?
Right.
In round 1, right?
Yeah, he went.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even with Winkie, they didn't take him. I think Winkie wasn't until like the 4th or 5th round. Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, Carolina didn't take Winkie to like the 4th round or something like that.
So this is why I remember this draft, right? Because the GM in Cleveland was Mike Holmgren, right? And everybody, if you remember Mike Holmgren, a West Coast quarterback, guru guy, everybody remember that. He drafted Seneca Wallace when nobody thought Seneca Wallace would be an NFL quarterback. And he backed up for Mike Holmgren forever, right? And I'm pretty sure he brought Seneca Wallace with him to Cleveland. Russell Wilson was in that draft class. I remember everybody thinking that Russell Wilson would be a guy that Mike Holmgren would target, and he never drafted Russell Wilson. And that's the end of him being the GM, just like that. That's crazy that you – how do you look at Brandon Whedon in college? This isn't even like hindsight 2020. Like at that time, Russell Wilson was a dog. Like there's no question about it, right? Went to Wisconsin, took Wisconsin to a Rose Bowl, like all that shit like that. And he
gave us fits when he was at NC State.
He did, bro. That man came to Miami and threw for like 450 yards to nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's an absolute animal. You know what I'm saying? But you telling me you looked at Brandon Whedon and Russell Wilson and were like, he's too short. Especially a guy who had Seneca Wallace in his back pocket for years. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like that's trash, man. It's absolute trash. Brock Osweiler also was drafted before Russell Wilson. Just to throw that out there. NFL is backwards, man. It's super, super backwards, dog.
Osweiler, where did he play?
Osweiler was he ended up in Cleveland.
No, where did he play in college?
Arizona State. Arizona State. He ran a little gimmicky spread out there at Arizona State, and he got him the job.
Just standing up straight up.
I think Osweiler got drafted because he was so damn big, honestly. I think people thought – because isn't Osweiler like 6'6"? Like, isn't he? Yeah.
6'7", yeah.
He big, yeah. I think people thought that he was just, at that time, they were kind of foaming over like the Joe Flacco type builds.
What makes it even worse for Denver, so they take Osweiler. Remember, they took Paxton Lynch a few years later. I don't know if y'all remember that name, from Memphis. He was coached by
I remember him. I remember him.
Yeah, another 6'7", you know what I'm saying, monster at quarterback. They
couldn't play. Yeah, they couldn't play a lick.
Yeah,
the NFL does that. I always say that about NFL. They're a copycat league, and they'll have success with the Russell Wilson or a Drew Brees, and now you'll get your Kyler Murrays and you'll get these guys getting opportunities where they wouldn't have gotten before, and they're only getting opportunities because again it's a copycat league.
Right. Right. See, they had
oh my God, New King. Shut up.
What are you talking about now, man?
What?
That's your boy.
I mean, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
You're wrong, but okay.
We're not here for that tonight.
You're right. We're not here for that tonight.
You know what I'm saying? We're here to join in fellowship. You know
I think Chubba Purdy brother might be decent
in what league?
CFL. XFL.
He'll probably be a USFL, XFL guy for sure.
Ball out there. Sure. I just him going to Canada and playing and balling.
Brock was solid with the Broncos. Okay.
Solid. What?
Time out. Can we define solid? Can we define solid?
Define solid for us, homie.
Sometimes I hate human beings.
No, I just
Hey, be
I
nice.
need- I need
I'm
to
joking,
know-
I'm
Be
joking.
nice to the comment section.
Yeah, I need to know. I need to know what solid means. That's
I
the
think they're
first time I've
talented.
heard that.
I think they're I'm definitely James, but it remains to be seen if James puts it together.
Solid. Hold on. I gotta find Brock Osweiler stuff now. Hold up.
Really, Brock Osweiler?
I gotta look it up.
Bro, we're not going to spend no more than
Brock
2 minutes
Osweiler
on
was
Brock
solid.
Osweiler.
Jameis is a Hall of Famer now.
Okay.
Don't even,
All right.
Terrence, don't get him started.
Brock Osweiler went 5-2 with 10 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in Denver. And I guess that's solid.
I guess that's solid.
All right. You know what, Terrence? Yeah, Jameis is a Hall of Famer by that measurement. He's absolutely a Hall of Famer.
Look at us agreeing on something.
Jameis actually had the best quarterback season ever last year. Brock Osweiler was solid. There you go.
He played his little soundboard.
See, now 746. You're absolutely right. That is a fact. Miami has the best safety duo in Miami. I think that's a compliment.
You know what? I can agree with that.
Yeah, except for them dudes that live off of 27.
Well, see, we in Broward though.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. No problem. Them dudes off of 27th. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm gonna drop them power rankings.
Hey, Adrian, that's the first one, man. We got a Brock Osweiler sighting.
Bro, I can't believe we just spent like the last 5-6 minutes talking about Brock Osweiler. That literally never would have crossed my mind.
Nah, I didn't think it was
in
going
the
to
history of football conversation on this channel that we'd have a 5-minute Brock Osweiler conversation. But here we are.
It's going to come full circle because Brock Osweiler is going to be the head coach at FSU in 2025.
Man,
we'll
just for that. You get 2 videos just for shut that up. I want to hear that shit. No. Oh, look at this. Who showed up?
I got to clean up a little bit, you know.
Shout out to Stead for the $2.
Hey, I love it.
He gave you $1.99.
He gave me $1.99. Shout out to Stead.
Yeah, get more money, more money. Yeah, get more money, more money.
Someone got to donate the penny. Somebody got to donate the penny to make it an even Steven, bro. Make it an even 2, dog. That's hilarious, bro.
Stead the Petty King. Yeah, we know.
Oh man, Brock was better than Tebow. I mean, all right.
I
think we're gonna move off of Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, let's find something else to talk about.
Please.
Besides Brock Osweiler.
Did we talk about the best recruiter in the state, Billy Napier? Nobody talked about Billy Napier in here.
We actually did touch on Billy earlier on.
Yeah.
You know,
the thing. People.
He actually doing a little something. I mean, the man just signed well, I won't say signed, but he got a commitment out of Will Norman and a top 100 defensive lineman at Alabama. I mean, I can't be mad at that.
When in Alabama, you got him.
Here's the problem, though.
He went in Alabama and got him one.
Here's the problem, though, and this is because we've talked about how recruiting in the state of Florida works, right? Being viewed as successful or not. So the Gators, they usually have a little, I don't know if you want to call it a gate, right? But, Lakeland is usually Gators territory, Tampa, right? Orlando, kind of Gators territory. FSU dabbles in there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So they lost all the guys that they were targeting in that area, right? Like the big names that they're supposed to get out of that area. And I think at the end of the day, you can look at what he's bringing in, but nobody's going to forget that. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like if Chris.
Here's the funny thing: like I don't have any skin in the game, but you can make the case for you do because you can make the case that Mario's not locking down any South Florida guys,
and that he's going to be judged for it, isn't he?
I just want to bring it up.
Yeah, but he is.
Y'all's best players seem to be from the West Coast right now.
Sure. So Wayne, Maui Goa, I don't consider
Rashada.
Rashada. I'm not disagreeing with you, right? But you look at the guys that are coming out of South Florida. Who is it that we really missed on? Hakeem. Hakeem's not coming. I know that.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown is another one, right? I mean, you can't keep everybody. But
No,
the
I
other
agree.
side is you better not lose Ruben fucking Bain. That can't happen, right? If something happened to Ruben Bain and signed with Miami, then you would see the biggest red flag in America go up. You get what I'm saying? But you're about to see Napier. Cormani just transferred to Lakeland. Every sign indicates Cormani going to Alabama right now, correct? Right? You still had – you don't think so?
I don't know, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, everything I've seen has Cormani going to Alabama. You have Malik right there in his backyard. That should have been a gimme for him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying you look at what he's doing. He's got some decent, you know what I'm saying, kids coming in, but I'm just saying the court of public opinion is going to look at the fact that, yo, what about these two jokers that were right here sitting next to you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the side of it where it's like, okay, well, he wasn't the first person to contact Cormani McClain because he wasn't recruiting him the last 4 years or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fair thing to go at. You know what I mean? But I just think about how people are going to view it down the line. You know what I mean? Bain to FSU, that would probably if Bain went to FSU, I'd probably never come to this chat again. I ain't gonna lie to you. That'd be insane. That'd be absolutely insane if Bain went to FSU. Absolutely insane.
I don't expect it.
He
I want
mentioned the
Juerg.
name in
That would
there.
be crazy.
I want Jordan
That would be-
Hall.
He
D
mentioned the
tackle?
name in there. Has your optimism increased at all about Keem? Adrian?
Me personally?
Yeah.
It
Only
should.
if we win, yeah. Again, I said it before. I think Keem wants to be here. Keem's not going to come to a team that's bullshitting though, and I think he's made that fairly clear. My only thing on Keem is because he's right now, I believe his top 3 is Florida State, Georgia, and A&M.
Uh-huh.
And this ain't me being a hater, but if I'm Keem, you don't go to A&M.
Why? Yeah, why go to A&M?
Because you got to show me a receiver Jimbo's put in the league, and you can't. Outside of KB and Rashad, show me one. He hasn't. It's always been my knock. Even when we were on good terms with Jimbo, was always my knock on Jimbo and the way he did these receivers.
Mm-hmm.
He demands too much from guys that are just. Sometimes you just put a guy out there and say, "You run a 4-3." You know. Sometimes you put a Sammy Watkins out there and say, "I don't need you to know a route tree. Run slants, bubbles, and go routes. That's all I need you to do."
Mm-hmm.
And Jimbo has this thing where his receivers have to know the entire route tree in order to get on the field. So if I'm Keem, I don't go play for Jimbo.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. You're right. Aside from Kevin Benjamin's body, basically got him drafted, right? His body type and his skill set, right? I am really struggling to think of, even at A&M. I don't think there's any receiver at A&M.
You can't name him. You can't name him.
There's not one right now. Quarterback play at A&M hasn't been great either. It's been stable. It hasn't been great.
Yeah, that's one thing that actually surprises me about Jimbo.
Yeah.
When the moment he got to Florida State, I mean, he found Christian Ponder, bro. He found EJ. Like, he didn't hesitate. Like, he didn't drop the ball on quarterbacks at first. Now, later on, after Jameis, that thing went downhill.
Yeah.
Because he invested everything into Malik Henry, who fortunately was a problem child. But when Jimbo first took over, he got everything. I mean, nobody even knew who Christian Ponder was. And he, you know, I'm surprised, given what he's recruited, he can't find a quarterback over there at A&M.
Well, it's the quarterback or the receiver, right? And you're in Texas, which is a hotbed for both of those things. Like, religiously, you can find receivers and quarterbacks in Texas. You know what I'm saying? And you still haven't got one to really pop yet. I honestly hadn't thought about that, Adrian, until you brought it up. That
I want to find that
O-line.
I want to find that receiver that we watched play, man. I want to keep an eye on him. I got to figure out his name again.
The one from Westland.
When that got like 4 touchdowns in the state championship game.
I'll find his name for you. But he's a dog. Yeah, he's a D1 guy from Westlake.
Was out there killing people.
Terrence. They say he projects the tight end. I'll get the name for you though. But they say he projects the tight end. He's gonna be.
Hey man, dude was outrunning everybody out there.
Yeah.
Like,
he was a dog. Yeah.
you good? All right, she's good. We good.
So yeah, I mean, I like our chances at Hakeem if we just do what we're supposed to do on the field.
Well, I don't think he's going to judge y'all based off the LSU game. You think so?
Well,
it's a factor.
He set his commitment for September
23rd,
and he was pretty adamant when he was on campus that he wants to see Florida State do well. So I think a lot depends on that LSU game. To be honest with you, I think
we need to be 3-0, 4-0.
I mean, you lose that game closely, but then you need to go and beat Louisville. You know, by the time he commits, how many games will we have played by then, Terrence?
I think
three or four. I mean, if you can be 3-1 at best, I like my chances. But I think he's gonna be looking at that LSU game. I think a lot of recruits are gonna look at that LSU game.
Yep. It's a measuring stick at this point for us.
I mean, at some point, if you're Florida State, you have to win these national televised big games, right?
We got that. We got the Boston College game on the 24th. So we got LSU on the 4th. Then we got it's like 12 days off. What the hell?
Okay, so be 2-1 at worst, and if you're gonna lose the LSU, make it be a nail biter. You feel me? I can deal with a nail biter. I think maybe he can look at that and say, you know what, they didn't win it, but I see it.
I'm the difference there.
Right. I see it. I see it, but definitely can't go down to New Orleans and get embarrassed.
Oh, no.
If Mike Norvell goes down to New Orleans and gets embarrassed, I'm telling you right now, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead on the trail for sure. You can say what you want about the rest of the season. He's going to have to win every game the rest of the season. Don't get embarrassed.
Got to go out and get Urban Meyer.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tyler. These kids don't care about – they care about winning. I'm with you. These kids do not care about losing close. I'm with you.
So you have some LSU guys in here, man?
I've never had any. No, that John Shields is these are two Miami fans. John Shields is a Miami fan. New King's a Miami fan.
I know New King, yeah.
During the season, though, you see all kind of guys pop in here. I remember one time having North Carolina fans in the chat. You see all kind of guys pop in here during the season.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, at all.
Nothing wrong with that.
But
I
like our chances at Akeem. I just, I'm like Akeem. I want to see us actually do something on the field.
Yeah. And I mean,
oh yeah, we did Wednesday, actually, I did have a LSU fan in here, but we had to block him because he was bullshit. His name was like Young Boy something. I don't know. He was a troll account, whoever he was. He probably wasn't even a real LSU fan. Probably was a Miami fan with a fake account coming in here trolling.
They're good for that.
Yeah, they are.
Mike's team's place to the competition. Boy, if there was ever truer words have never been spoken. That's crazy.
Tyler ain't lying.
Truer
We
words.
we can play to the wire with Notre Dame, and then the next game lose to the Jacksonville State team. So
we should have beat Notre Dame, and then I was actually optimistic. I was very optimistic.
Beat both of those teams. Should have beat both of those teams.
You remember I was really optimistic after that game, right?
Those are the two top guys on my board, legit. You get me Jordan Hall. More so Jordan Hall. Like, I want to believe we have a shot at Hakeem. I just have a hard time believing we land a guy like Hakeem at this point. But we recruit in the trenches extremely well. I think we have a great shot at Jordan Hall. But those are the two top guys, right? Jordan Hall and Hakeem Williams. Those are the two top guys for me.
I'm saying, I don't know. I'm not. I don't think we. I want to believe Odell grabs him.
Don't get me started on Odell. They say I hate me some Odell, so don't even get me started.
I mean, you do.
Man, no, I don't. Just show me who we signed. That's, man, I'm not falling for that. I'm not getting into that again. I stand on what I say. Yeah, and y'all stole one from Pitt, so keep it. We can go back and forth. We can go back and forth.
They gonna protect. We gonna protect Odell at all costs.
I don't think Hall's recruitment's nowhere near done. I think obviously Georgia's going to be in the mix, but I don't think that. I think that recruitment's going into like the signing period. Tell them, bro. They protect Odell every time.
Hey, man.
All right, Jerg said he had to go, unfortunately. So,
Oh, okay. Hope everything's all right.
yeah.
The fuck is that? Oh. Go ahead and turn this off. You got the baby monitor over here.
She sleep?
Oh, no, she up now. She just ate. Her mama just walked in the door.
We get a commit Monday.
We
From
do?
Kirkland, I think. I think he's set to commit Monday. Safety.
Do we need another DB?
Yeah.
do?
Man, they screwed them boys out of a safety. Stop it. Anyway. Any word in that? I don't think he set a commit date yet. They're talking about Nichols or Nickel. Is it Nichols or Nicholson? Like Blake Nicholson? Whatever. I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he set a commit date. But everybody thinks
He's a no.
Yeah, everybody thinks he's a null at this point. Personally, I just wish he commit and get it over with.
He's waiting to see
what up, BB? What's going on with you?
His people's gonna get.
John, I'm not gonna let you slander Odell though, so this is what you can do. Shut that up. I want to hear that shit. But yeah, Miami fans don't get to slander Odell, but I'm going to say what I have to say, and you know the truth hurts y'all when I talk that truth.
The goddamn truth.
The goddamn truth.
Let me get you coming. I got you. That's what I'm here for. But at the end of the day, when it comes to recruiting, like you said, we don't win 9 games. I don't think we end up with a guy like Hakeem, even if he does commit like early. One, I don't think he signs till February.
Who that?
Hakeem.
You don't think he signs an early signing period?
No, I don't think he does.
Why not?
Just with the whole recruiting process thus far. He's like one of the last 2 or 3 5-stars to commit.
If I'm gonna say, I mean, he commits in September. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're Florida State, you don't let him not sign in December. You get him signed as soon as possible. You don't let that thing go into January or February or whatever. You just don't let it happen. Dennis, you didn't see my new video, but thanks for coming in here and talking your trash. Now I got a new video to show you, Dennis, so I want you to check this video out.
Gotta love it. It hurt a lot of people in so many different ways, that video.
That video hurts him every time.
It hurts him. Every single time.
No, Dennis, you still talking? I'll wait. I ain't gonna play it back to back.
We just beat y'all though.
I don't get it. I shout out to Miami fans for their consistency.
Well,
I agree, Tyler. If he ain't signed early sign period, he ain't coming here. If you do not let Akeem go past early signing period. Point. You don't let any of these kids. POLK, none of these guys.
Well, I want you on campus too in January.
DF, the POK did music. I tried. It didn't really fit. But shout out DF with the $2. What video you want to see, DF? Let me know.
I wish Hakeem would bring a quarterback with him, but that's not gonna happen.
Y'all better, that quarterback, whoever that is, coming from the portal. Gators taking top 100 recruits from Nick Saban. I hate Alabama.
Are they really? Did they really take him from Nick Saban? Or
Don't know. Okay.
Greg Jones.
DF said it. He wants Greg Jones. Sorry, I know it hurt y'all to see y'all savior. R.I.P. to Sean Taylor, by the way, who was great. I know it hurts to see this, but sorry.
I love watching it.
Me too.
Damn, that was a clean run over.
A clean truck.
It was clean.
In midfield at that.
Hey,
nobody
it was like,
around.
Ain't nothing to wrap up. Don't try to wrap up. Just lay down. Lay down. Relax.
That's why I love it, because that's
you don't see too many
truck.
like that clean. Ooh, what?
Bro, I'm just saying. FSU. Shout out to FSU fans. You ain't gonna talk about Odell.
Leave my coach alone.
You can talk about whatever you want to. You not finna talk about Odell Higgins.
Leave Coach Odell alone.
All right, Joe. Have fun. Be safe.
Hey, but ain't you too old to go to somebody's club? He say, Sean, so why?
Bro, we have video. Okay.
We got video proof, bro.
Let's run back the tape. Video proof.
Ah, damn.
That is Sean Taylor, by the way. In case you didn't know.
Oh,
that.
Joe, you
Dennis.
21?
Oh, yeah.
I got you, bro. Let me know what the next time you go now, bro. I'm sliding through.
In case you didn't know that, Dennis, that was Sean T.
And he must be young.
Dennis is an old guy, so he should know this. But I guess he
must got amnesia then.
He might have,
He
been going senile in his old age. He said that's one play.
Hey,
all I need. Show me the play of Sean.
Show me another play.
Show me the play of Sean hitting Greg like that. You can't.
We seen how that turns out. Open field.
Open field.
50-yard line. What's going on? Sean did everything right there, too. He broke down.
He was there. Got to see the Mack truck. Hey, Rose said he got to see the Mack truck again. Shout out to Rose for the $2. It's a truck stick type of night.
Hey, he broke down, lowered his head, was trying to drive through with his shoulder. He did everything right.
Hey, Greg Jones is a different beast, man.
Everything right.
John, if you want me to pick one of the 3 wild rights, donate some money.
My guy broke down.
Put a trophy in the chat if your team has won a conference championship in the current conference. Mike King say, Sean hit Greg so hard in the first run. Okay, show me the video. He said he hit him hard. Show me the video.
The tape out.
Where's the highlight of him hitting Greg so hard? Dennis, I just showed you video proof.
I ain't never seen Greg Jones get hit hard, man. I seen some drag down tackle.
Come on, bro.
Or some people slow his momentum while he fell forward over the top of him.
If you don't believe anything and we have to say, I want you to go listen to Jonathan Vilma talk about Greg Jones and what Sean Taylor told them about Greg Jones.
Thank you.
Look at Rose. Rose being petty, but I ain't mad at you.
Hey, get the people what they want.
Gotta give them what you want. You gave me money.
Hey, take that man to the sideline, check him for concussion protocol, bro. You see how his head hit the ground?
That'll be the next one. I'll get Nigel Bradham head up in here.
Hey, did you not see how his head hit the ground?
You think people's expectations for who are too high? For Miami, for Florida State, I don't know if Florida State has any real expectations. I have my expectations, but that's just because for me, if you don't meet these expectations, the program is We need a new captain.
Let me see if I can hear a little bit different with this.
I would agree with you. I think NC State's expectations are a bit high. They're going to have to prove it to me. I would agree with that.
Anybody what about NC State?
Well, they picking NC. I saw one thing picking NC State in the playoff.
For what playoff?
Playoff.
The ACC got playoffs now?
Playoffs.
What? Stop. Stop. Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Oh, they win a goddamn game.
Yeah, they think they might be a playoff caliber team.
They ain't a goddamn playoff team, man. Stop it. These people gotta stop, man. Everybody know what an ACC at, man.
NC State would have to go undefeated to make the playoff.
And they not.
That's the only way they would make the playoff.
That's not happening at all. Rose spending his whole paycheck on what?
I think he said them $2 donations Rose's paycheck, apparently.
We actually get real jobs once you go to Florida State. So but that's just something I heard. I don't know what's happening down in Miami. I heard the marketing degrees is helpful.
Well, she over there talking, ain't she?
Yeah, she upset.
She over there talking about
her mama putting up groceries right now. She's like her mama. She know her mama here, and she's like, this woman still ain't came and grabbed me. Like what's
over there talking?
Oh yeah, hey man, she turned on real quick, y'all. My baby had a milestone. She turned on her stomach for the first time. She can now turn on her stomach.
They being petty tonight, but I'm all here for it. They being petty tonight, but I'm all here for it.
Oh man, that looked like it hurt too.
Hey, he was pissed when he got hit like that.
Oh yeah, you gotta be upset.
He was pissed.
I ain't never experienced that. I ain't never experienced getting ran over. Like that.
I done been ran over before.
I'm a little bit too big to get ran over like that. Like I was never small enough for that to happen to me.
So, what else are we talking about?
Well, did you already? We just mentioned the playoffs.
The college football playoffs?
Yeah. I think we already discussed that before. Who we saw?
Have we?
I think everybody was consensus that we probably don't see the same teams.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna see Bama in there.
I think
Ohio
Bama
State,
has, and
probably Ohio State.
I don't see Georgia going back.
I'm about to say I'm not sure that the SEC gets two teams in this year. Not sure about that.
You know what I saw? that caught me off guard? Mississippi State started the year off ranked number one overall one year.
Hold on. Let's get to Tyler. Yeah. Tyler says, let's switch it up a little bit. We've been doing Greg Jones. Let's get the other one.
Let's
get that Roscoe Perry.
Damn! Hey, what get me by that? Stanford looked up like, yeah, I got that motherfucker. But he was hurt.
What get me about that hit what get me about that hit is Stanford would probably be kicked out of football for a hit like that in today's game. Like he did everything wrong. He leads with the helmet. He hit him directly, like crown of the helmet in the chest. Just Stanford might not ever play another game of football if he hit somebody like that again.
Like go home. Go home. You can't play no more.
Yeah, don't ever come out here again.
Go home. You can't play with us no more.
Honestly, VJ,
it's that Greg Jones for me.
No, he's talking about Greg Jones on Taylor, or Greg Jones when he hit the I think I've never seen a truck like that hit in North Carolina. I've never seen a guy get hit and come off the ground.
I say Taylor because of who it was.
Well, you can say Taylor because he was a better football player. I get you there, but I've never seen a guy. Greg Jones stared down the UNC DB, lifted him off the ground, bro. If his other player wasn't there, that dude goes 10 yards in the air.
His teammate caught him.
Bro, I've never seen anything like that one. I've never seen. I understand that it was Sean Taylor, but you've seen a million trucks like the one he had on Sean Taylor. You can't show me too many ones like that one. But Rose being petty again. Oh my God! But this time he did $10.
$10.
So for $10, I'm gonna play it 2 times. Sorry, Miami fans, y'all getting the business here tonight. But what do you expect? One more time for the people in the back. And it got gunshots. Like, pop, 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 pop.
Hey, I'm gonna have fun with this.
But yeah, I think that UNC hit for me is just because
I have a lot of fun with this.
Because you can't show me anything that looks like it.
Hey, wait till I get that shut that shit up shit on here, boy. It's gonna be over with. Boy.
I don't care where you getting the money from.
But that city boy.
He said USC, Georgia. I don't think the SEC gets 2.
Nah, Georgia
gonna take a dip. Georgia gonna take a dip.
Because first of all, the guy who won the goddamn the MVP of the championship game was I was just like, seriously, we giving it to him?
Yeah, Georgia gonna take a dip. They lost way too much to just expect them to be right back where they were.
Nah. They lost their whole defense, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They lost way too much. Bama, yes. Ohio State, I'm with it. USC wouldn't surprise me. I still think it's kind of USC though, so I wouldn't put like any money on it.
They're gonna fuck it up, basically.
Yeah, it's still USC at this point.
Because we had this. I feel like we had the same type of hype around USC when old boy went there, Lane Kiffin. It was like, oh, Lane can recruit, Lane can get people in, Lane got an offense, and then they shit the bed. I'm not saying Lane is on the same level as old boy, but we heard this hype before.
Well, I don't think really much separates Lane from Lincoln Riley, honestly. The only thing that separates them is Lincoln Riley coached at a better program. I don't think a lot separates the two.
Well, I love it. We don't waste lift.
You know what he talking about. Got to pour out something for the homies that ain't make it.
Lord. Lord.
Notre Dame or Clemson? Clemson wouldn't shock me because at the end of the day, all you gotta do is go undefeated in the ACC and you're gonna make it. Clemson still does have talent.
Clemson not going undefeated.
Hold on, Clemson still does have talent. My thing with Clemson is I don't believe DJ can go undefeated. DJ Ukulele, whatever his name is.
He almost beat DJ.
Yeah, DJ don't get it done. So that's why I don't go with Clemson. And then Notre Dame, I don't know where you get Notre Dame from, but
because they Notre Dame.
Bama, Ohio State. Hey, you think Sark is starting Edwards this year? And over there in Texas? Kind of has to, don't he? He got Archie Manning coming. If Edwards don't start this year, I don't know. Maybe
it don't matter. Archie start next year.
You think he's starting year 1? No, Quentin Edwards.
Archie wouldn't be letting him go there. It's crazy how the son who didn't make it to the NFL has the son who.
Yeah.
Oh wait, isn't that a daughter's kid?
No, I think no.
Because he got the last
name's
name.
Manning. I think he's Cooper's son.
Look, bro, if I married a Manning, I get my son. If I married,
no, but
I'm just saying, like,
I think he's Cooper Manning's son. Does Peyton or Eli even have a son? Or they're probably pretty young, I would assume. I don't think they have kids this old, Peyton or Eli.
probably. I mean,
I think because our Cooper Manning is the oldest brother, if I'm not mistaken. So it kind of makes sense that he has the oldest grandchild.
Texas is not making goddamn.
I don't think Texas is either. I'm just trying to be different. I'm sick and tired of seeing Alabama, Ohio State, and Georgia every, college playoff.
When Jordan Travis, I'm sorry, wins his Heisman and throws 4,000 yards, and we get this last playoff spot.
Man, don't do that. If Utah, you say Utah, so you're saying Utah's going to beat Florida then, CV, because y'all play week 2?
Oh,
so if Utah's making the college football playoff, they're going to beat y'all, right?
I don't think you knew what he said there.
I know they're ranked 8, but they're going to have to beat y'all.
Are y'all beating them?
Because their conference schedule isn't going to be strong enough to get them in the playoff. You feel me?
I'm on my Derrick Rose shit, man. Why not us?
Not only do I agree with that, I think Venables is going to fail at Oklahoma. I don't really think Venables is built. I don't really think he's built to be a head coach. And that's why some people were saying like Oklahoma. I don't think Oklahoma's going to be what people think they might be.
I love seeing Oklahoma fail.
I'm on some Captain Morgan smoking on an ACC pack. Can't say you my dude, but Miami ain't. I was about to say Miami ain't never smoked no ACC pack.
Y'all can't afford that, baby. That's not your price range. In order to get an
ain't never smoked the
you gotta get an
pack,
ACC championship, baby. Come on.
That's true, man. There's no other teams. It's probably. I mean, that's probably a natty. It's funny how we actually got more people in here at 2 hours in. But shout out to y'all. But it's probably Bama Ohio State is probably your national championship this year. I don't think that's even probably 2 best teams in the country.
Hard to argue that.
Yeah. I honestly, I think Bama. I think it's Bama. It's really not close.
What's another top quarterback out there? We got Stroud and Young. Who's our other quarterbacks out there?
TVD?
Fuck no.
Anthony Richardson?
Fuck no.
Because
that's what you got to look for if you're talking about somebody who's going to threaten for a national championship.
Jordan Travis?
Hey, you know what? I like the ring of that. No. But seriously, that's what you got to look for. Who's going to be the guy that steps up at quarterback and elevates his team? Where Caleb, that's USC, right?
Yeah. Spencer Rattler's at South Carolina.
Hell, fuck.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm not that high on Caleb either, myself, personally.
I'm not either.
I think they do have one moment against Texas, and then they kind of blew that out of proportion.
It was illegal. That's not legal, bro.
Yeah, so I'm not that big on Caleb personally. Not that big on
hand the ball forward to your teammate.
T. Thomas say Chuba finna light it up not as the third stringer. He ain't.
Hey, can't you see the pill?
You feel me? Not as the third stringer.
Shit. How you go?
What about
can't even get in?
Stetson Bennett. What about that one?
No.
So someone makes a good point. If Oregon can get past Georgia week 1, they're in.
They got to beat USC too.
You're gonna have to beat Utah and USC. And Lanning's not going to beat Kirby Smart, so I don't even, what are your records and predictions? Somebody said Miami won them championships before flat screens. I agree with you. Somebody's got to be number 3. I just don't know who it is.
Asses, boy. When TV still had asses on them.
I don't think Lanning can go beat Kirby. I think they jumped the gun with the Lanning hire. I think Lanning needed to coach at like a, I don't know, like a Bowling Green or something before he went over there to Oregon. But that's just me. If Venables can recruit Texas, he will be fine. But he's not going to recruit Texas because Jimbo recruiting Texas. Sark is killing it in Texas. I mean, Michigan
does not have
they did make it last year. What about Michigan? I think the reason I don't think Michigan because I'm picking Ohio State and I don't think the Big Ten gets 2 teams.
Did they really belong there?
It probably didn't.
This guy. But I put it this way. It doesn't look like it's open. It looks like we're gonna be looking at those 2 teams. But that's why you line it up and play it.
Somebody said Penn State.
Who's that quarterback again?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look at the quarterback there.
Is there a Cincinnati this year? I think that's the question.
Utah would be that.
Well, Utah plays in a Power 5 conference though. So
but are they really?
They wouldn't really be.
Is it really a Power 5 conference?
I mean, it's the Pac-12. Until USC leave, it's still Pac-12.
Who else leaving with USC again?
UCLA.
Yeah.
So the whole LA market going to the Big Ten.
Oh, that's crazy. It's very lucrative. Imagine if they could get the Florida market.
Somebody said Houston.
Houston.
Are they supposed to have a good team this year? I don't know anything about Houston. What about Arkansas?
Arkansas? What about Arkansas?
I mean, they had 9 wins last year.
No, bro. All right, we just naming teams now.
No, I'm saying they had 9 wins.
No, bro. No.
They don't improve? Okay.
No.
We're just throwing out teams. We're trying to figure out who's going to be in this playoff.
Like I said earlier, I'm on my Derrick Rose shit. If Arkansas, then why not us?
Well, we didn't win 9 games last year. That's for one reason.
If we're talking about Notre Dame, why not us?
We didn't beat them last year. There's another reason.
Could we have?
Sure. There's a lot of things we could have did. Mike could have did a lot of shit. Could have signed Travis Hunter. Could have beat Jacksonville State.
It hurts.
Mike could have did a lot of shit.
It hurts.
Notice how all the natties come when they were in the Big East. Once they join a semi-good football conference, they haven't won anything. LOL.
I had just become a teenager the last time.
Baylor. Maybe Baylor. You're right. Aranda is my boy. I don't know if Aranda going to get it, though. It's still Baylor, but it's possible.
I guess is NC State that far-fetched? Now that if we talk about Arkansas, is NC State that far-fetched? I mean, yeah, everybody has the argument. Everybody has the argument. I think we look to see who gets in, man, and maybe we see an upset.
You know what I'm gonna say, man? If we trying to throw out all these hypothetical, why the hell we can't be the team to shock the damn world? Can we be the team to do something out of the ordinary? Can Mike do something? Why we can't be this year's Michigan State? I don't even need to get into the playoff. Can we get to the ACC championship?
We get there, we in there.
Come on. Why we can't be the team to beat the Michigan State this year?
Look at you being all Mr. Positive and shit, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, do something, man. I can't, like Willie said, do something.
Do something.
Do something. CV says boxing. As you was, he's talking to DF. Who throws the first TD, Duffy or Rodemaker? Who throws their first TD, Duffy or
Wait, Rodemaker don't have a TD yet?
That's a good question. I don't know if Rodemaker has a
thought he got
TD.
one.
Honestly, that's a good question. I don't know. If I gotta just talk about this year, I'm gonna say Rodemaker. I'm gonna say Rodemaker. Against Duquesne, I think Rodemaker would get him one.
Rodemaker does not have a touchdown. He has 3 interceptions though.
Oh, that's terrible. No,
What? You want to revisit that statement?
USC could do something.
Nobody be
says
surprised to
just
see
have a
USC.
winning season. Do more than have a winning season. Get out there and do something. Let's get it. POLK ACC championship. CV, it's your own fault. Y'all blocked us from going to the SEC.
That they did do
this year. LML. So I'm like, bro, why we can't be the team to do something out of the ordinary?
You know, got this light schedule.
Schedule's not that hard. I know people are talking about it's harder. It's not that hard. I think last year's schedule was harder than this year's schedule.
Yeah, we had Notre Dame and all.
We got 3 new head coaches on this schedule. We got a Clemson team that's revamping their whole offense and defense. They lost their OC and their DC.
Oh boy, about to kick rocks. He about to jump ship. I see it in his eye. Dabo?
Marcus ain't going with Duffy. I don't think.
I see that Dabo.
I think Dabo's not going. Dabo. I think Dabo is just waiting for Nick Saban to retire. That's
He's like, he eyeing that job.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think that's the only job he can take, though.
I agree. It's probably the only job he could take.
Would he take Notre Dame?
Nah, I wouldn't leave Clemson for Notre Dame. He said Dabo ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere right now. But I guarantee you, if Nick Saban retired and Bama came calling, Dabo would be on the first train.
They ain't got a call. Dabo calling. Dabo picking up that phone like, hey, let me talk to you. Fucking boy, Gator fans, boy, y'all hilarious. Y'all begged and pleaded not to have us join the SEC, bro. Begged and pleaded. Spurrier was crying, showing up at meetings, making phone calls in the middle of the night to other teams so that they were voted against us.
Exactly.
He was ducking UM. He was ducking UM.
Maybe Miami will be able to win the ACC. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Miami's been in the weaker of the 2 divisions in the ACC. I mean, what Clemson ain't got nothing to do with Miami winning the ACC. They got to get to the game first.
Who did they have? Were they gonna play us if they came to the ACC championship game? That they punished themselves like we can't go. The self-inflicted.
That year they punished themselves. Yeah, I don't. Who would they have played? It might have been Clemson that year. I'm not too sure. I don't remember that year. What year was that?
Got dog walk.
Tell me what year that was, and I'll tell you who they would have played. I don't remember the year. Don't matter. They would have lost. I mean, they lost to.
It's probably Clemson.
They lost to Duke, so Florida State ain't never lost to Duke. That's true.
Oh, it was 2012. They would have saw us.
They would have, yeah. Well, they would have got their ass whooped again. Funny how the ACC team used to beat you all the time, and don't forget the government had to force. That's him and CV going back and forth. So that's some good Florida State UF.
They didn't want these problems, bro.
I ain't mad at any UF hate.
They didn't want these problems, bro. Who's out here dog walking that?
Duke would beat JSU. Duke would beat y'all too because they have.
God damn.
But they never beaten us, homie.
They really never beat us. I thought never.
I'm loving it, man. We're 14 days away from, arguably my favorite time of year.
It's the most wonderful time.
Now, lately, it hasn't been that, joyful.
But we still watch.
But we still watch and put ourselves through misery, right?
The tears are shed and look of disappointment. Vanessa over there asked me, "What's wrong with you?"
How can you make a JSU joke when y'all lost to the team that lost to JSU? ACC is going to dissolve and Miami will have never won the ACC. JSU won because Novell ran a damn scrimmage. There's some truth to that.
Bruh.
And it's been a rough off season.
For
There's
who?
truth to that. For us.
Oh, man. Novell doing this thing, man. He could lead us to the national championship. A playoff appearance.
Just get me, just contend to win the division, and I'll be happy.
You know what I want, man. I want
Give me 8-9 wins, and I'm good. Does Benson have a higher ceiling than Ward? What you think, Terrence?
The highest ceiling is Toafili, but does he have a higher ceiling than Ward? I think we've seen who Ward is. So yes, I like Ward. But Ward has he's already outperformed what everybody thought of him anyway. Am I wrong to say that?
Mm-mm.
So I think Benson, and the other part, maybe I haven't seen enough of Benson overall. So, but I think Benson might have a higher ceiling overall between the two of those two.
Yeah, I agree. I think Benson is. We'll see what he does on the field, but if you just were to look at the two, Benson is the NFL body-wise and all of that. Like, he looks like he's going to play on Sundays, which would lead me to say that he probably has the higher ceiling if he puts it all together.
Ward would have to keep working, boy.
Ward would, Let's go. More questions like that. Good question, Tyler.
That's a great question.
Count on Tyler to ask questions like that instead of what percentage do you give CJ Campbell gets a scholarship?
Why would
I don't want to be that guy, but I would not give CJ Campbell a scholarship till you get your class signed. There's no rush. I don't think there's any rush, to be honest with you. No offense to CJ Campbell. I just don't, lose a scholarship without seeing who enters the port. Like, there's just so much between now and the time. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole transfer portal. You already know how that goes. The next Jahmyr Gibbs could answer the transfer portal, and you could have a chance at him.
he said Jahmyr Gibbs?
Do you think Fitz will be better this year? Ryan Fitzpatrick? I mean,
Fitzsimmons. Who's Fitzsimmons?
Huh?
Is there a Fitzsimmons?
No. He's talking about the kicker.
Well, you said Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know who I thought of, right?
No.
What you mean? Fitzmagic.
You're talking about.
Am I drawing a blank? You said
talking about the kicker, bro.
Okay, I was thinking about the quarterback.
Yeah, that played for Tampa and all them other teams.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about that with the beard.
I'm just
not
saying
thinking
I got
about
thrown off, man.
Transfer portal means a lot of unknown talent. That's what high school is no different than that.
Oh yeah.
With 8-win season, what will you give your final recruiting ranking? I don't know.
22nd.
22.
Yeah.
Well, you know they're ranked 26 right now, so I think they might finish better.
Once Keem and Hall commit, yeah, we might
You
be
get
top
both
15.
of those guys. People also asking for Gino to get a Scully. CJ has an academic scholarship.
He
If
good.
Cam can't go, I forgot. Cam McDonald's has been in a boot, so Cam
Powers is the truth.
Cam might not.
Powers.
Powers,
So I want to
Wyatt,
say
or
this
Corner?
about Powers.
Go ahead.
Powers. Seeing him as a physical like specimen, like he looks the part, bro. Like in person,
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
he looks the part. I just wonder, like, because and me and Jerg both said this. The coaches was just trash. Like at what was that? Him and Early went there. Duncanville. They weren't trash. Their game plan was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And Powers got targeted maybe once, if at all. And the quarterback was struggling a little bit. It's a different quarterback now or whatever, but it was terrible to watch. It was terrible to watch. So I want to see what Powers does when he gets an opportunity out here.
There you go. 26.
I want to see a 5-star in there, man. We need a 5-star.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Got to get King.
It'd be nice. Have we seen Wyatt catch a pass? Does he have a single reception?
I saw him one time last year.
We'll finish top 15 in recruiting. And who will have a bigger impact this year, Bethune or Verse? Bethune. Because
Verse.
Bethune, you think Verse? Okay, okay, that's fine.
I'm bigger on
we
Verse. We
disagree. I say Bethune because I don't even know if Bethune. Excuse me, I don't know if Verse. I don't even know if Verse is going to start. I know Bethune is going to start game 1. I know Bethune is going to be your Mike linebacker and play every single down.
Well, I think
Verse is going to be splitting reps with D-Mac.
I think all you motherfuckers is wrong. I think Verse ends up with double-digit sacks.
Wow, come on. Now he's Jermaine.
He ain't Jermaine. No,
Bro.
No.
Bro,
Jermaine was big beyond the sack.
Bro, Jermaine, what he finished with? I think somebody tell me. Jermaine finished with 11, 12 sacks, I think. You said double digits. So you're saying a player that's coming from Albany, not Georgia, coming from Albany, is going to be a double-digit sack guy. You're saying he's going to be Jermaine. Y'all hear this, right? I'm just saying. That man, that liquor getting to him.
When he got 5 sacks through the first 3 games, I don't want to hear shit.
Okay. Y'all hear? I'm just saying.
100 tackles. He said it.
But I think Bethune could legitimately get 100 tackles. He had 100 tackles last year at UCF, so I don't even think that's a fair comparison. I don't even think that's comparable. Bethune can get 100 tackles easy. It got nothing to do with it.
Just again.
I got nothing to do with JT.
I got Verse with double-digit tackles for losses and sacks. Come on.
Y'all see how this man backtracked? The man went from double-digit sacks.
So he'll have at least 7 to 9 sacks.
If Verse finishes with anywhere from 4 to 6 sacks, I think you could count that a successful season.
Oh, done. Count it. Mark it up.
Wow.
Mark it up. Put a bottle on it.
I think Bethune has the bigger impact. That doesn't.
I got Verse. I got Verse on the over/under on 6 sacks. I got him on the over.
Okay.
What
y'all think? Same question to the chat. Y'all think Verse over or under 6?
And Terrence got a
I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say. I think he probably might get 6, but I'm gonna say under.
I'm
gonna go 5.
Let's go 5.5. It's 5.5. And And I'm taking the over.
All right, so you got over,
Yeah, I was
over,
about to say something. I forgot I don't know these
under,
people. I was just about to say something.
over. Terrence is wishy-washy. Over,
I'm
versus
about to
over
say something
6,
to him.
over, under,
I'm about
over
to say that ain't what your auntie
5.5.
said.
Okay. I'm going. Now, when you change it to 5.5, now.
Oh, what you mean? Is he gonna get 6 or not?
Huh?
Is he gonna get 6?
I think between 4 and 6, I think he's like, I think he's gonna get 6 on the dot. If you made me pick, I go with the under. If what I'm saying makes sense to you.
I hear you.
He said he will pad his stats against bad teams. Yeah, but you don't really pad sack numbers, though.
You don't get a chance to.
You know what I'm saying? You don't really pad sack numbers. This isn't like a running back or a receiver. 7.5, over 6 because we played Dunquise in Miami. Or Duquesne, sorry. Duquesne in Miami. Rose, don't let y'all sleep. Hey, shout out to Rose. Sorry, Miami fans.
If it wasn't for number 16 in that game, boy.
Johnson was on the field more than Verse will be in it. That's what I'm saying.
Care.
Jermaine didn't have a guy to rotate with. D-Mac and Jermaine are going to rotate.
Me not care.
Me not care. This man said Verse 9 sacks first 3 games.
I got him with 5 in the first 3 games. I got Verse with 5 sacks in the first 3 games.
Shout out to DF because he said F it, and I'm with him. F it. I don't even know why I'm arguing with y'all.
I got Verse showing out. Man.
You said the O-line couldn't block anyone in this chat. Bro, like, y'all just want me to, y'all know I try to be, I admit that I'm biased, but I try to be rational. Y'all just want me to go off the deep end with y'all. Verse gonna have 35 sacks.
Nobody's saying that, bro.
But that's what y'all say. 9 sacks in the first 3 games? What the?
I'm not saying Peter tripping. Peter tripping. I got him at 4 to 5 sacks in the first 3 games. I think he's gonna come in and make an impact.
Bro, if he has 5 sacks in the first 3 games.
I think he gets 2 sacks against LSU.
They are starting a true left tackle, a true freshman left tackle.
I think he gets 2 against LSU, 1 against Duquesne, and then one or two against Duquesne, or 1 or 2 against Louisville. And then I think he comes out 5 sacks. I got Verse making plays, man.
Okay. I hope so. Don't get me wrong. Like, I hope that
I'm standing on my squad. What? Hey, where that come from? Where that saying come from? Stand on your squad. Hey, Lo, if he come in to get 3 sacks against Duquesne, bro, you ain't gonna be able to tell me shit.
I'll shut up.
Hey, ain't nothing you can say to me.
Verse got 9 sacks. If it's Verse got 9 sacks in the first 3 games. We back. We back.
Hey, Jermaine, who?
Yeah, for real. Who the hell is that?
Hey,
I'm with you, William. It's Bethune for me too. I think Bethune is.
Hey, bro, if he get 9 sacks in them first 3 games, bro, we hit the portal for every DN ever. that's it's a proven commodity. We go to DNs, man. DNs out of the portal all day.
Oh, Peter says he means 3 of his 9 sacks in the first game.
Okay. Well, you said I
That's kind of a good point too. If Versus getting 3 sacks in
9
game
sacks,
1.
3 first game. Okay.
Tyler makes a good point. If he getting 3 sacks in game 1, how much is he playing, and why is he playing so much in a game that should be seeing the third string and stuff like that?
Did he get them on the first 3 drives? Like,
Now that's a different story. Yeah. How much did he finish with though, CV? I'm curious. How much did he finish with? What's the next ridiculous question we got out there before? I don't know, Terrence. How you feeling? Let me know.
So I guess the next question is, well, CV, you on here, you talking your mess, you talking your nonsense. What's y'all record this year, man? What's the Gators record? How y'all going? That's interesting.
Well, I had this conversation with some of them before.
You did?
Yeah, because they claim Anthony Richardson is a top 4 quarterback. So to me, that's a 10-win football.
Now, mind you, you know I actually really like Anthony Richardson. I think I've said I
think he's an athlete, but
yeah, he's a hell of an athlete.
Not a top 4 quarterback.
But has you ever had a quarterback since Danny Werfel?
Yeah, Tebow.
I said a quarterback.
I mean, yeah, I hear you.
They
had Trash. Trash was a good college quarterback.
Hell of an athlete.
Trash was a good college quarterback. Now it was a COVID year, and then there were some things there.
So wait, why did they cancel that game against? All right, never mind. I'm looking at something wrong. So they got Utah. I got them losing to Utah, beat Kentucky, beating South Florida.
I'm not too sure they beat Kentucky.
Yeah,
Mark Stoops doing his thing over there. So
I see almost 5 or 6 losses on the schedule. Sheesh.
I think CV said it before. He don't make predictions.
When they see LSU, because their last 6 games are LSU, Georgia,
L,
Texas A&M,
L,
South Carolina.
That could be an L. It's close.
And then Vanderbilt.
Maybe they should win.
That's a win. And then us.
L.
Lucky
to beat us last year. That damn, if Pokey can catch a punt, they don't beat us last year. But I'm not gonna be negative.
I really don't understand how we lost.
Not gonna be negative.
How do we lose that
Maya
game?
King asks, "Who will have the most interceptions for us?"
Sam.
I got Duke.
Really?
Yeah. Omarion Cooper had the most interceptions.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they might not even throw his way. So that might be a reason to say not him. Now, you said Sam. I don't think it's going to be Sam. My second would be Dent. It's going to be the Duke of Dent.
Somebody said no. The more and more I look at it, it is going to be hard for Azariah and Sam both to get on the field. It's going to be really tough.
Duke or Dent. I want you to go back and watch Akeem and how he finished the year. Duke.
He was on it.
Or Akeem.
He was on it.
Jamie isn't really that type of safety that I think is going to have a bunch of interceptions. So people saying Jamie. And then with Knowles, it's how many nickels lead teams in INTs? So we'll see.
True. Yeah, Sam got to return kicks for us, right?
He probably will play some special teams.
He got to return kicks. I remember missing his kick return on the first play against whatchamacallit.
Travis J will win the team in 19.
Is Travis J? Would
Travis
you be
J is not
surprised to see him hit the portal?
No, I wasn't too surprised. Bro, I already know. If I see number 7 on the field, I already think.
After old boy did his ass dirty?
Bro.
Was that Johnny or Michael that did him like that?
That was Johnny.
Johnny?
Wait,
I mean, Johnny would have did that to a lot of people.
Where the hell is Tim? Y'all talked all that trash that Jerry and his XYZ. And then even in practice, the man's still getting destroyed. Man, anyway. I say Deloach gets the first interception from a linebacker. That makes sense.
Sure, why not?
Speaking of defense, who wins the other corner spot? I keep telling y'all it's Ronaldo Green, man. How many TDs for Johnny? That's
5.
tough. 5? It's a solid number.
I think he's getting out there like in the red zone, and they getting the ball to him, man.
Johnny outmanned him. Wasn't number 7 one of the top improved guys?
For who?
I don't know. Maybe for Florida. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know he not talking about Jones. Ain't nobody in here ever said that.
Oh no, yes they have. Timmy must be
Really?
He must have left, went to sleep. I don't know.
Please, he need to go to sleep.
But Timmy loves him some Jerry and Jones for some reason.
That boy was burnt toast.
Barbecue chicken. Can't tell Timmy that though.
But you know he could end up like your boy for the Falcons.
AJ Terrell.
AJ Terrell out there enjoying himself a good career. As long as he ain't got to see his daddy, he all right.
Jerry had what one? What? I think you're talking about the North Carolina game because he had one pick. I don't even. Can you really count? That
everybody played amazing.
Yeah, right. Come on, Jerry and I don't know what Timmy see there, but shout out to Timmy. That big NIL news was the player-led NIL that they wanted to announce.
What was it?
Like a player-led NIL group or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, the UNC game. He had one interception, and we called it a good game. So, I mean, yeah. Hey, look, like I always say, Jerry can shut me up. All he got to do is get on that field on Saturday and shut me up. And I will be glad to say I'm dumb, wrong, stupid.
So Tiafimo called out Josh Taylor. Why?
Josh Taylor's undisputed at 140.
But why do you belong calling him out though?
I hear it.
Nah, stop.
I mentioned that on Twitter, and I had everybody kind of coming at me saying, "Oh, this is why they need." I'm not. I'm gonna say this: the collectives don't really bother me, like the amount of them, because I think each collective serves a different purpose from what I've been me talking to people and how I understand it. Every collective does a different thing. You feel me? So I'm not so much against different collectives. And then a lot of the teams have multiple collectives. So it's just up to the kids to pick the one that represents them. I hear you, but I don't donate to none of them. So
who the fuck? I mean,
it's just me. He did. He got stripped of a belt. What belt he got stripped? I didn't know that. I didn't know Josh got stripped of a belt for what?
My thing is, who is T.O. fault besides Lomachenko? Like, I get he put together an impressive performance, but
beat Lomachenko, then let Cambosis beat his ass up
all around the ring.
All around the ring. But
gave up all his belts.
Teo, he I don't know. I think he's a guy with talent. I don't think he all there though.
And then so my thing is why not reach out to the guy who got all his belts?
Yeah, so he didn't beat nobody because everybody's beating Comey up to this point.
But why not go after the guy who got all his belts though?
Oh, he moved up. He moved up from 135.
Oh.
He's not
Oh,
in 135 anymore.
Okay, well maybe that's something.
I don't know if he want any of Dev anyway, because Dev.
Yeah, he is as he could dog walk.
Yeah, I don't think he want none of Dev anyway.
Those divisions, man, are really interesting, man. I lose track of the weight classes, man. Like because of how many guys are in that talented class. Like,
stop it, man.
See, I got some.
Yeah, just saying stuff.
Just to say it.
Y'all be hating on Dev, and Dev just continue to prove everybody wrong. Because Dev don't got the knockout punch like everybody want. Dev got the best jab in boxing. You
And
saw
everybody respect.
You saw what he did with Kambosos.
They respect it.
They said the same thing about Floyd. Floyd can't hurt nobody, but wasn't nobody walking through Floyd the same way. Nobody walked through Dev though.
So he walk him down. Everybody respect it. I'm looking at his record too. I'm just like,
oh, you saying Teo? That's what I'm saying. Teo. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, my bad. Teo don't want to smoke with Dev. Yeah, absolutely, he don't.
oh, okay.
I thought you were saying Dev don't want to smoke with him. Yeah, that's what it. I mean, when I read that, come on, Devin Haney, come on, he don't want Teo like that. Am I reading that wrong? I don't know.
No, because that's how I read it.
That's how I read it. But no, you're right.
So Kambosos getting a rematch then.
Unfortunately, I don't know why we need to see that. That fight was so one-sided, but contracts are contracts, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, Dev, I want to ask you. I mean, since we on this boxing talk, I guess we'll finish up with this boxing. I don't know how long you want to stay on here, Terrence.
I'm with that. I love boxing.
But we can finish with this boxing stuff for a little bit. DF, what you think about Garcia? What you think about Ryan? King Ryan.
Don't call that man that shit.
That's his name.
Fuck out of here. Where? It's on his birth certificate?
That's his name, King Ryan.
Fuck out of here.
I think DF said he was a Ryan Garcia fan, so I'm just curious what he think.
Fucking Ryan Garcia.
He said which Garcia?
Like, hey, he better go fight one of the Paul brothers.
We know we know what Ryan is.
He better go fight one of the Paul brothers or something, man. Stop playing around, man. I got time.
Hey, next week, your boy fight. Garcia said he would. Man, Tank would knock Ryan out in 5 rounds. 5 rounds. I'm not even the biggest Tank guy because I think Tank picks and chooses his fights as well. But Tank is better than Ryan. Anyway, I was about to say,
choices, though.
Tank need to fight better competition, bro. I like Tank's talent. I think Tank actually has talent. I think Ryan's got a little bit of talent, but he ain't Tank. My problem is Ryan ain't even fought the guys that Tank has fought. But your boy AJ fight next week.
Fight who?
He fight Usyk in that rematch.
You know what? He might win that.
I thought he would win the first one. Somebody said Tank in 4. I don't disagree.
He might win the rematch. He's shown he comes in with a game plan on rematch.
My problem with AJ is he don't. In that fight, the first fight, he didn't use his size like I thought he would. He tried to box with a boxer and almost got knocked out.
He didn't know what to do. Hopefully,
Garcia has power and speed. He absolutely does. The problem with Garcia, he fights with his head and his chin straight up. He leans straight back. His defense is absolutely atrocious. I mean, he hasn't fought anybody that can exploit it yet. And the one guy he did fight put him on his ass. Tank would knock Ryan out.
Yeah. I got AJ winning, man.
I want AJ to win, but if he go in there trying to box Usyk again, he going same result going to happen.
Are we gonna get? So if AJ wins, do we finally get what's
Bro, I know what you're about to say. No, in a perfect world,
does Fury come back out of retirement?
I don't know what Fury's doing. I don't even care what Fury's
doing.
I
was like, why is he trying to come back and fight Chesina or whatever the fuck his name is? That was weird to me to begin with. Why are they doing
Tyler, I think the thing with Charlton is he needs a complete body reconstruction. But I've always been high on Kanaya Charlton. I just don't think he plays this year, though. But Atkins doing what a coach should do, give that guy that verbal reassurance. But I don't expect.
Happy birthday, Rose.
And Rose turning up 39. Shout out to Rose.
I think and I know what you were thinking I was gonna say originally. We're not gonna get Deontay.
That fight's never gonna happen.
AJ's scared of that.
AJ been scared of that. AJ been scared of that for the last 5-6 years.
He would decapitate AJ, bro. Like it's going 3 rounds.
It'll go about 6. They'll start slow.
Why they got to fight in October? What are you talking about?
He's a Wilder hater. He calls me a Wilder fanboy, which is fine, but he's a hater.
Who you fighting in October?
He fighting the Hellenius. He the boy that he whooped. He was actually on Wilder's undercard, but he whooped that other white boy like 2 times in a row. So he's fighting a guy that has 2 straight like knockouts. So even if you don't think it's a good fight, I think that's a good comeback fight.
Yeah. And of course, he walks him down. Of course, they're
looking at Gibbons at center. Of course they are, regardless of what Robert was saying earlier in the chat. Like, you got to explore all your options. And again, Gibbons is the one guy that I'm certain has at least some experience playing the position.
Let's get it. Does Wilder rebound? I think he easily can. Because I really feel like he lost to the only person who's better than him right now. And whether or not he actually lost is a whole nother story, but whatever. He lost. That's what's on the record.
DF's such a hater. I want to see Usyk versus Wilder. I would watch. First of all, I'm going to watch any fight he's in, but
Wilder kills that guy.
Usyk better not get caught. That's all
y'all realize he almost he had 2 separate 10 counts on Fury.
See, this guy hating.
Nobody remembers do we need to go back and look at these counts? Like Fury was like eyes rolling in the back of his head out on the floor, and Fury is now considered an all-time great.
What I'll say about Fury that is impressive, other than the fact that his size and the way he moves, he was able to take those punches. Yes, he fell, but he recovered better than maybe any Wilder.
I ain't never seen nobody recover like that.
He could recover. Like, that was wild to me, the way he recovered. His recovery was
never
amazing.
Seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that.
So Wilder's the Tank Davis of the heavyweights.
Oh God. This guy gives me a headache, bro. Like
DF he a hater, man. He hate Deontay Wilder, which is fine. Everybody don't like him.
Well, I think Wilder can definitely bounce back. Maybe gets a belt somewhere in there. We'll see.
Well, if Fury's really retired and that belt gets stripped, Wilder's probably he's going to be one of the first in line. I think he might fight like a Joe Joyce or Andy Ruiz for that belt. If Andy Ruiz got a good fight coming up himself.
I thought he had Ortiz coming up.
Yeah, that's what he got. Yeah. He got the old man.
The old grizzled line.
Mm-hmm. Did you the video of Wilder kissing the statue? It's his statue. Yeah, I did see the video of him kissing his statue that they made of him.
Why is that weird?
I don't know. I did see the video though.
To what?
He a hater, bro. He just hate
Right.
Deontay Wilder.
I
And you can say what you want, but the heavyweight division been dead since Deontay lost to Fury and took some time
There's
away.
nothing else there.
There's nothing to watch. Exactly. There's nothing else there. There's no one worth a damn
Even
to
the
watch.
Fury fights, bro. Like they're the best. They were fighting in years.
Thank you. Yeah, the heavyweight division is so garbage because Deontay at least kept it exciting. You don't gotta like him, but you paid attention when he fought.
It was
didn't
about the bomb squad.
You paid attention, bro. You did, bro. That auto tune kicked in when you said bomb squad. And they say bomb squad.
Hey, all I'm saying is,
but yeah,
like,
that fight with Dillian White, I knew how that fight was gonna go. And if you go watch that fight with Dillian, Fury could have finished that fight 2-3 rounds earlier than he did.
Yeah, and
I think,
Deontay kills him too.
Deontay destroys. That's the part that nobody wants to address is when I say, okay, y'all got Fury, but name me another heavyweight that's doing anything to you, Deontay. Why? You can't.
Nobody.
I am interested to see what happens because when a guy gets knocked out, you got to see how he bounces back.
And that was the first time he got knocked out.
Right, like knocked out. Yeah. So
you know what?
Because even in that second fight, he got stopped. And even in that,
I still wanted to see that 10 count.
He was done. Like
I don't give a damn.
I hear you, but
get a man his 10 count, bro.
When you fall flat on the face like
Fury
that,
them counts on the way.
I hear you, but when you fall flat on that
Fury
face,
fell flat on his back, just out.
I hear you. Most in that first fight, most refs probably would stop that fight. But he fell flat on his face.
And didn't he have back-to-back knockouts on Fury in the second fight?
Yeah, he dropped him twice. He dropped him twice. He dropped him twice in the first fight.
I think he has four or five knockdowns.
Yeah, he's knocked Fury about 4 or 5 times.
Which is more than like 2 or 3 times
in the first fight.
What Fury has anybody ever knocked out Fury?
Yeah, he been. I think DF might know who knocked him down. I forget the guy. Cunningham, I think, knocked him down early in his career, though.
Okay, well, guess
Steve
what?
Cunningham,
he has more. He has more knockdowns on Fury than anybody else ever had combined.
That movie was dope. You seen the Prey movie?
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
That's pretty good.
And it's about time because the last couple Predator movies, you're like, what are y'all doing?
Oh, girl was beast.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Oh, girl was.
Well, Lopez beat Haney. No, not to me.
No.
I want to see it. I would like to see Dev and Tank. I think Dev and Loma would be a hell of a fight.
What is he talking about?
He a hater.
So Wilder suffered the only KO to wait, are we saying Fury the only one who? What are you saying? That's not making sense. Wilder suffered the only KO.
He lost. Don't take anything away from that third fight. That second fight, I don't like the fact that it was stopped when it was stopped, but whatever.
Especially when your boy got he been dealing with that and got 2 knockdowns in that state.
But that third fight, was a all-time classic. Crawford is my favorite. I used to love Bud. My problem with Bud is he don't fight nobody. And even now they can't even get the fight with Earl down because Bud
gotta happen.
Bud think he worth more than what he's worth. You feel me?
What is he asking? 60-40?
Bud was asking for 50-50. Bud's not worth 50-50.
Against Spence?
Earl got 3 belts, you got 1. Earl's fought the better comp.
I think it's 50-50, bro.
Fuck no.
I think it's 50-50.
But I'm not mad if it gets 50-50, but you can't tell me Bud is worth 50-50 with Earl.
Who you got winning it?
I'm going Spence.
I got Bud winning.
I hear you. I used to be a big Bud fan, but you got to fight. You got to fight, man. Earl's fought the better competition at welterweight. Boxing wants to say 50-50 too. I just don't. You can't bring 1 belt to the table. I'm bringing 3. You can't bring the resume that I'm bringing. I done fought Danny, And Sean,
Hey, Box Monster, do you have to go ahead and get your money back for that New Orleans trip, bro? Come by the crib. Hop online with us. I got a camera and a mic for you.
I don't won 3 of the belts. You don't want 1, but you telling me it's a 50-50 fight. Name 3 welterweights Bud done beat, Terrence.
Let me check my Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
I mean,
his best, Joe Horn, Sean Porter, after Earl already beat Sean. Kell Brook, after Earl already beat Kell Brook. That's his 3 best wins at welterweight. Stop counting Bud's pockets. I hear you. But that's what we do now in boxing, right? We count everybody's pockets.
I mean,
if Earl want to give him 50-50, I ain't mad.
I don't know, man.
I'm picking Earl too.
Y'all picking wrong, but it's cool.
Okay. I think Bud's a hell of a talent. I just think Earl's been through the fire. You feel me? That fight has to happen, though. I'm with you. That fight got to happen.
Okay. I really don't like that, but now that I'm looking at it, like, Bud hasn't been very active.
Thank you. That's the problem. He undisputed at 140, and then he got to 147, and it was like, well, I'm just gonna stop fighting guys.
Fighting every year, like
I'm just gonna stop fighting guys.
Because I mean, you can say Kell Brook and Sean Porter are kind of like meh. But I will say this: last 6 fights, TKO.
Well, Bud get it done. I've never said he was garbage. Bud, Bud the truth.
He closing fights, bro.
Yeah, Bud the truth. I just don't think he's the truth. Because Earl Spence is the truth. Like
29 out of 38 wins by KO.
He ain't stopping Earl. I don't see that. He could outpoint him maybe, but he ain't stopping him.
I want to see how it goes. Because technically, to me, he didn't stop Porter.
Yeah, because his daddy threw the towel in, if I'm not mistaken.
His daddy did him dirty, bro.
Yeah.
His daddy did him dirty, man. I was like, and the way he talked about it afterwards. Hey, my dad had to see me, bro. Like, you gonna talk about me like that in front of all these people? It's all right. I can say it. I'm gonna see him for breakfast in the morning.
And both of them talking about moving up after this fight. Both of them talking about moving up to 154.
To do what?
Charlo. Well, I don't think Earl goes to 154. I think if Earl moves up, he might make the jump to 160.
Really?
I don't think Earl and Charlo are.
And what does he look for at 160?
There's the fight that I don't want to see. That I don't want to see because I don't think he. I don't think he beats Canelo. But that's the pay fight. That's the fight that gets Earl set for the rest of his life. Not saying he already made his money, but hell,
10-20 million is life changing.
Canelo about to finish Triple G off later on when they fight in October or whatever. Canelo gonna finish that off.
Canelo in getting into the range where he gonna start making 100
I think Earl's looking for that Canelo fight. I think Canelo a little too big for Earl.
So I mean,
but I would love to see it, and I'm a root for him.
Could he sneak in the fight with Triple G?
Triple G's already 40 years old. Canelo about to finish Triple G off in September, whenever that fight, September, October. Canelo finna finish that. That's done. Triple G gonna retire after that.
So you hear Canelo say this all the time, and I just want your opinion. This is all opinion. We never see it happen. Does Canelo beat at his age, at right now, who he is, would he have beaten Mayweather
I agree.
at that time?
Say it again.
Mayweather at that time when he fought him, does he beat him as he is now?
Well, the problem with Canelo is he's bulked up all the way to 175. He too big for Floyd. And even be honest with you, you saw what Bivol did to Buddy. I wouldn't shock me if Floyd was still able to beat Canelo.
right now.
Canelo's still the same fighter that he was when Floyd beat him. It's just the problem is there ain't no other Floyd out there.
Floyd is just his defense was immaculate.
Right. So to me, Canelo really hasn't improved since Floyd.
So I got Spence beating Charlo too.
Yeah, I think that's easy. I agree with DF. I agree with that.
Canelo would never beat Floyd. Ever.
I agree.
Just
The
like
only thing
I laugh when people talk about how whatchamacallit really did beat Floyd.
Who?
They try to argue that De La Hoya. I was like, you sick in the head.
No. Only person that you could argue beat Floyd was
What was that guy name?
who's that guy? Castillos, I think was his name.
Yeah, Castillo beat his
That's,
ass.
that's the only person that you can argue. And then Floyd rematched him, if I'm not mistaken, and gave him the word.
Let's see. Did Floyd? I don't think they fought again, bro.
I think he did. I think he fought him again. I could be wrong though.
Oh yeah, they did. There's a Floyd versus Castillo too.
Yeah, I never heard that either. I don't think Oscar beat Castillo's the only guy that I think you can make that argument. And then, like I said, Floyd rematched him. Shane was close to getting him up out of there though. But then Floyd went on to beat Shane's ass.
Hey, he walked him. Hey, Shane called him with that punch. After that whole
Boy,
fight,
that boy legs buckled.
It's like, nah. Floyd was like, hold the fuck up. Hey, it was funny how the rest of the fight went. Like, cause Floyd was like, yeah, we gonna handle this out here.
I think Bivol beat the 175 out of Canelo. I don't think Canelo ever goes back up there.
You better sit his ass down somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think he goes back up there.
You
He can't beat Bivol. He not beating Better Biev. I'll tell you that right now. So Canelo might want to stay at a 175.
Yeah, they fought 200 days later. You right, man.
Yeah, Floyd rematch.
Apparently, that second one was in dispute as well. Apparently, though, I don't think it was a unanimous decision, but it wasn't as clear cut as you would think. You know what I like? People always talk about Floyd never fought anybody, right?
They said the same thing about Roy.
But I'm looking at this, bro. Like, he beat Emmanuel Gus's by TKO. He TKO'd Diego Corrales. Like, then you go through as a couple, whatever. Then he ended the fight with Arturo Gatti. Was losing the Zab and came back and won that fight clear cut.
Mm-hmm. There's two fights to me that I thought, not that he lost, but I thought Floyd had tough fights. That was Cotto and Maidana. I think gave Floyd tough fights. But
he beat Valdemir. He beat Oscar De La Hoya, and what they said it was a split decision, but it was that was clear cut.
I've said that Roy Jones in his prime is the greatest fighter I've ever watched.
By far. I've never seen anybody better.
Over Tyson, over Floyd.
No,
I've never seen nobody do the things in the ring. I mean, Roy was Ali-esque. Like, Roy did
it was amazing to watch, bro. Like,
yeah. You just toyed with people, bro.
So Baltimore was what? Baltimore was washed. All right. Was Ricky Hatton washed?
That fight, I knew how that fight was gonna end up.
Was Juan Manuel Marquez?
Hatton was one of those UF hype job. UF was one of those UK hype jobs. Hatton and Gotti and those guys. Everybody knew Floyd was gonna wash those guys.
Was Juan Manuel Marquez washed?
No, he just didn't have nothing for Floyd.
Exactly.
Again, like I said, Cotto and Maidana gave Floyd some fight.
Yeah, that first one.
Especially that first one with Maidana. That first one with Maidana. After whooping AB ass.
I was like, it was hilarious that he got a majority decision against Canelo.
Yeah, it's a joke.
It was
Absolutely
hilarious.
schooled Canelo. Absolutely schooled him. I heard it was a decent album. Have you listened to it?
I have not.
The Game's new album? I heard it was a decent album.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably not gonna listen to it.
I don't really listen to the Game like that either, but I do think the Game can rap.
Yeah,
And he has some freestyles that I really like.
definitely.
He did one against Meek Mill that I love that freestyle. I forget the name of it though. I'm not wasting my time with the Game. I mean, I hear you. I'm not even gonna argue.
Wait, the album is 30 songs?
I'm probably not gonna wait. Yeah, and 30 songs up. I'm probably not gonna do it either. But I've heard it was all I'm saying is I have heard it was a decent album though. But I'm probably not gonna waste
Don't
my
expect
time
me to
with
listen to that. I don't have time to listen to 30 fucking songs.
I'm probably not gonna waste my time.
Did he have a
with it
song
either.
that was like 20 minutes with no hook? Like,
I think it was like 10 minutes.
yeah.
Without 50, Game can't put together.
What's the last hit record 50 put out? So let's relax. let's relax. 50 has been on somebody else's shit.
50 don't even make music no more, do we?
I actually knew Rod Wave. I heard a few songs. I was in my homeboy car. We was
Rod Wave is dope. I
was
got to be in a
actually
little.
dope,
I got to
yeah.
be in certain moods to listen to Rod because he. I mean, we like Rod ain't really like. Like I said, I got to be in certain moods to listen to Rod.
him and what's that other kid?
I don't
Other
always want to
fat boy.
listen, be depressed. You feel me? So
What was that other fat boy? Start
he
with
got a
M.
10-minute song on the album "This and M." That's off of clout, bro.
On this song?
I guess on this album.
Rod Wave and Moray are the same nigga to me. Like
And who?
Moray,
Mm.
the song Quicksand.
I like Rod Wave. Don't get me wrong. Like Rose say, he just a little too. You know, every song ain't got to be emotional. Sometimes I like to be ratchet and do ratchet stuff with my friends. Almost shed a thug tear, but I do mess with Rod though. I would listen to a Rod Wave album over the Game album. I'll be honest with you.
Man, let these kids do their thing.
But maybe that's just that Florida in me. I don't know.
Probably. That's Florida shit.
But I think it's that time, bro.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm kind of hungry, man. I'm eating on nibbles and stuff. I ain't really eating nothing.
I got a couple snacks I'm gonna hit on. But what you got to close us out?
I'm gonna close out with, man. I have not been very optimistic about how this season's going.
Don't sound like it. You saying Verse about to have double digit sacks,
But
JT throwing for 3,000
to-
yards. Sound like you're very optimistic.
Clarify and to close everything that I said. I got us winning 9 games, 10 games probably this
Wow,
year.
yeah, you sound optimistic as hell.
And the only reason I'm saying that is I like our schedule. I think Norvell can finally get out of his own way. And that's what it'll take.
Y'all heard it here first.
I think Norvell gets out of his own way. And we win
Terrence
9
is,
10 games.
Terrence is predicting a 9 to 10 win season.
Because and the part of that is because remember I've always been optimistic that we'll get rid of him and find somebody. And I never get what I want.
Double digit sacks for Verse. And over 3,000 yards passing for JT. Y'all heard it. Man, I'm going to just leave it at that.
2,500 rushing yards too.
As a team?
No, I'm joking. I'm fucking around. Like we not rushing for 25 yards. We not rushing for 25 yards. That was just a joke.
Before you leave.
Well, I'm gonna say that, man. Nah, I don't think it's gonna work, bro. You heard me? Like, what the fuck is that's some New Orleans shit? I'm from Florida. I'm actually from Florida. I'm from South Florida. We don't say it like that. I'm gonna work on the mic too, y'all. I got y'all. It's first trial.
Yeah, you did have moments where I did hear the auto tunes, but for the most part, to me, you sounded okay.
Yeah, I got and I might maybe I'll send this back.
So when you right there, when you draw your words out, when you be like, yeah, I got then you start hearing like the auto tune in it.
So maybe I have to. We'll see, but maybe I gotta send this back and get another one. I got
maybe
another,
it might just be your connection or your settings. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have a nice little setup.
Maybe we
the
can
LSD
finally
game.
get Jerg in here on time and all those good things. I hope everything all right. He said emergency happened. So I hope
This guy is
everything-
funny. Yeah, I'm gonna check on him, man.
Yeah, I hope everything cool though. While we joking, I hope everything all right.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for kicking it with us for 3 hours strong. And
Been good.
all right, T.
Y'all take it easy.
I'll be in Dallas soon. It's almost that time.
Oh yeah. Have a ball.
Yes, sir.
Take it easy, y'all.
All right, bro. But let me close out real quick. All right, y'all. As always, it's the crew on Saturday nights on 863 Seminole TV. Stay classy, Seminoles. And we got you. Go Noles. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.